Who wanted the baddest? Let's see. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video. Put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO. Bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's the pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rough. We're stepping for the title and facial rival. This ain't no little tussle. Bet I be no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef? I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video. Put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO. Bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BVO Boxing, it's your boy D-Free. What's up, man? How you feeling?
What's going on?
Oh, I'm chilling, man. I'm ready for the big fight, man. What's up? What about you, man?
Man, I can't wait. I see somebody go and get demolished out here.
Hey, I tell you what, though. When I finally seen them on the stage and they both made weight, man, I knew the fight was real then. I know that sounds crazy, but I was just so excited.
They ain't both make weight. Bud missed weight. He had to go back 2 hours later. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell him? I told him Bud was trying to cut weight. They told him, oh no, he was just doing that. He was just wearing a sweatsuit. He was trying to cut weight. I told him fat ass couldn't make the weight. Sitting there eating cheeseburgers and Cheetos with Bomac.
Hey, you wrong, man. You wrong, man. Hey, man, you know you wrong, man.
Wake up, nigga. We gotta get this money.
He might be overweight. He might be a problem for him. He might have been at 147 too long. Yeah, okay. We see who was the one that had problems making the weight. It wasn't Earl.
Salute to my man Josh, my TYT brother. What's up with you, man? Hey, you know the thing I'll say that was so funny about that, man? Ain't it funny? The guy that they said would make weight, Errol, makes it like he always does. Mm-hmm. Ain't that crazy, man? I don't know. I'm starting to believe, man, the Bud fans was just making up lies to convince themselves the fight was going to be closer than it really is going to be, because I think it's going to be a knockout. I really do. My man Josh said Bud eating too much. I was shocked. I was shocked he didn't make. I was shocked that he didn't make weight right away, man. What about you, man?
You say you was shocked he what?
I was shocked that he didn't make weight right away, man. I was shocked by that, man.
I wasn't. I told y'all gonna listen to me one of these days. Y'all gonna listen. I told y'all he was still trying to cut weight. You don't. Though they said it was 105 degrees. This man had a full sweatsuit on. He wearing a full sweatsuit in 105-degree weather. Don't nobody with the hood on. Don't nobody do that unless you're trying to cut weight. You trying to lose weight. Like today, it was 103 degrees out here. I saw a dude outside running with a full sweatsuit on with the hood tied up. He was out there sweating, trying to cut weight.
Yeah. My man Josh said, my wife said, Errol stopping Bud in a round. I swear, y'all. Hey, I'll tell you, after my co-host D-Free said that stuff on Monday on our show, man, about him about Terrence, I'm kind of believing, man, we getting sold a bill of goods, man, because Terrence don't look confident. And when have you ever heard of Terrence Crawford missing weight, man? That shocks me, man. What about you, man?
I mean, according to his Bud fans, this man is always on weight. He's always in shape. He's ready to go at any given time. I mean, obviously, either they was delusional, or Bud is feeding his fans a lot of hype and not a lot of facts, because the man didn't make weight, and he's supposed to be the smaller guy. It looked like this man been out partying. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, Errol Spence, all we do is we see that man partying. We seen him a couple of weeks ago. That man looked like he was about 180 pounds." That man, I told him, Errol Spence has been in the gym since April 16th when he beat Ugas. The following week, he went right back to the gym. After he called out Bud, he went right back to the gym. That man has been in the gym, and he's been telling y'all what he's going to do. The man has not lied. He said, I'm going to get that belt once I get the other belts, and he's going to take that belt tomorrow night. It will be, the matter of fact, the card will be starting roughly 23 hours and 48 minutes from now.
Hey, do me a favor, y'all in the chat, man. Please smash the like button, man. Let everybody know, man, that y'all want Skip and Shannon, the new Skip and Shannon, to keep doing it, man. Hey, and you know my man D-Free said the craziest thing, he called me Skip, but I'll take it.
What's going on, Dr. Mock? What's going on, Josh? What's going on, Ricky?
What's going on? He said, salute to the God, D-Free, my brother of excellence, fam, and God's beautiful goodness of always solid TYT family. Salute. I say the 10th round stoppage. Ricky said, come in at 148 at first. He made it after his 2-hour re-entry. Hey, you know what's so funny about that, D-Free? I hate that they don't have same day weigh-ins, bro. I hate that. He said Errol got a dead weight.
Yeah, they stopped that. They stopped that years back because they were saying a lot of guys was complaining about it, and a lot of guys was getting injured from dehydrating themselves to make weight, and then they had to go right in there and fight later on that day. So a lot of guys was having issues. So they was like, for the health benefits, they'll do it the day before. But I have no problem with them doing it the day before. The only thing I have a problem with is them doing this ceremonial weigh-in. No, I want to see what the guy look like when he get on the scale. He's talking about he in shape and he's ready for this fight. When you get on the scale, that's how we know if you really in shape and ready for this fight, because we can clearly see that Bud Crawford wasn't in shape and ready for this fight. He was still overweight. So, I mean, like I said, I don't know what the man was doing. You talking about this is the fight? you claim, even though you say it's not a big fight, you claim this is the big fight. This is the fight that you wanted. You've been wanting for a long time. We see what Errol Spence did. Errol Spence went out there and made the weight 147 exactly. He didn't have to go back and try no more, none of that. He knew what his weight is because he got a nutritionist, and the nutritionist is going to keep him on weight. Whatever that weight is, he's going to keep him on weight.
And and I seen something that was kind of new for Errol, man. I seen him drinking a lot of water, man. So that's how you know he knew something, that he was in shape. I'm gonna read this comment. My man Josh said Errol got that dead weight power in both hands, similar to Better Be. He said, "What's going on, my man Juan?" What do you say? Is going to get effed up, looking lumped like Martin Lawrence when he fought Tommy Hearn. He said they both look good. Bud probably tried to gain muscle. No, Juan, that's what you do, Juan. You get on here try to captain for him. No, he just wasn't in shape, man. He said Earl looks solid. Go ahead.
No, that's what the Bud fans do. When we find something wrong about Bud, they got to add that shit to Errol Spence too. No, Errol Spence was straight. He didn't look dead. He didn't look drained. That man looked like he was on weight. And we saw he was on weight, 147, and he ready. Bud Crawford was the one with the sinking in cheekbones and all that. Bud Crawford is the one that he look like he one that's dehydrated and weight drained. So I don't know what y'all be looking at. Y'all gotta look without those put those biased glasses down and pick up the real Cartier frames and watch it with a clear vision.
And that boy D-Free crazy. He said, "Put the real Cartiers on, not the ones you get at the mall, man, for $25. Not them ones." Huh? What do you say, my man Josh? But Josh said, "Earl looks solid, and tomorrow he gonna look ridiculous." He said, "Salute to the guy, Ricky TYT fam. Salute to my man A Thrasher, man. Send salute to the chat." I'll tell you this though. The thing of the day that really got me was when I heard Bud Crawford tell Errol Spence's family, please, can y'all please cool out because I don't want nothing bad to happen. Let me ask you this, D-Free. Why in the world was they talking like that to each other, man?
That is nervous energy. That's see. I'm gonna break it down. When we saw Bud Crawford sitting over there with his head down, his eyes closed, he looked like he was praying, and then we saw the man dancing towards the end of the press conference. He's sitting there, ain't no music playing, he just bobbing his head or whatever. That's nervous energy. That's that look when you get you get into it with a guy at recess, and when you was in grade school, you get into it with the guy at recess, and he said, "All right, at 3:00 when that bell went, we meeting in the motherfucker, we meeting out on the street." And then he look up at the clock and he see it's 2:57. And that nigga like, "Oh shit, this nigga he gonna bust my ass." Yeah, that's what that look is. That nigga he realized, okay, clock is ticking down and there's nowhere to go. You got to get to that ring. You got to go in there and face this demon in there by the name of Errol Spence. And Errol Spence is going to, if y'all just paid attention to the look of Errol Spence, he looked straight ahead. He wasn't looking at nobody. He looking straight ahead and like, okay. Then they did that little bullshit corn toss. Errol Spence like, oh, okay, all right. And you saw what he said today. He said it at the weigh-in. Yeah, and he had to do the little bullshit ass coin flip and all this shit. He said he can have all that. I'm put him in the dirt.
Hey, Errol was talking wild. My man Juan said faces don't matter. I gotta look at the body. Whoa, you talking wild, Juan?
Right. No homo.
You talking wild? Hey, look, my man A-Thar said Vegas heating up. Clint smacked the dog out of Twin. I don't know what you talking about on that. He said salute to everybody. D-Free. He said they too buddy for me. I don't think they buddy at all, man.
Bud was real. He was real buddy. He up there shaking hands and smiling, trying to whisper in Earl's ear and all this. I'm like, I didn't see that same energy when he was fighting Sean Porter. He came out there with the mean mug, like I'm about to tear a hole in this boy Sean Porter. He think it's a game out here. He get in there with Earl. It's all smiles and he rapping and stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay. You think it's a game? So
Josh said Plant smack. He said Plant smack Jamal Charlo, Big Charlo. He said, yeah, it's all over Twitter. Did you see that? I didn't see him.
Caleb Plant.
You saying Caleb Plant smacked Charlo?
I mean, it's possibility.
Dang, that's rough, man. You don't smack a grown man, dude. That's a good way to get deleted.
I thought the Charlos and Caleb Plant was close friends. I mean, good friends or whatever. So I don't know. I mean, but it's a possibility. I ain't gonna say he's lying. I didn't see it.
Hey, it's crazy, man. I didn't even know that. You said it's all over Twitter. Salute everyone. So how you doing, Kassan? He said, yep, I saw that video. A30 said, yeah, no. Juan said Sean and him was back and forth days after the weigh-in too. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I think about Errol Spence fighting Sean Porter, that was a fat camp. And on top of that, we all know that Errol tried to beat Sean Porter at his own game, and it looked horrible. But he still won. So I don't know. I'll just go ahead.
I was gonna say I ain't gonna say it looked horrible. I think he did what he said he was gonna do. He was gonna beat Sean Porter at his own game. That's what he did. I wouldn't say that it looked horrible. It's not the typical Errol Spence fight that you normally would see because Errol Spence don't typically fight like that. He normally sets up his punches and he beats your body up. He don't normally just brawl like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. That's one of my favorite fights, man. But you know what? I can say this. Most Mexicans do brawl, and I'll be honest, for Earl to be a black Mexican man fighting style, he don't do enough brawling. I don't know, but I can say this, man. The thing is, the way Chance Crawford looked, it looked like he ready to just get paid and get out of there, man. Because like D-Free just said, that shaking hands, whispering in his ear, what was that all about? Pause, man. That was wild, bro.
What's going on, Cassandra? What's going on, AB? Appreciate y'all coming through.
He said, no, it happened to Charlo Twin State getting into something. Laughed my head off. They don't know how to chill. I think when it comes to Jamal, man, he just be so drunk, man. I don't even think he be thinking, bro. Like, what you think?
I don't know Jamal be drunk. I hear a lot of people saying he be drunk. I don't know.
D-Free, come on, man. You don't think he be drunk, man? Come on, man.
I'm not gonna say he don't be drunk. I'm not gonna say he do be drunk. I just said I don't know if he be drunk. I don't know because I can't. Because Jamal and Jamel, they talk like that all the time. So a lot of times I can't tell if he's been drinking or not because they talk like that all the time. So, I mean, there's times where I can tell, yeah, he's been sipping on something. But then there's times when I can't tell because, they, like I said, they talk like that all the time.
Oh, did you see? I forgot to ask you. You see how Frank Martin was talking to Keyshawn Davis? You see that?
Oh, I did a video on it. I put a video up on it. As soon as I see it, I put that video up. Oh yeah,
I was shocked by that. What you think, man?
I wasn't shocked. That's an Errol Spence fighter. He was sitting there having his little interview, and he saw Keyshawn. He was like, "Hold up, Keyshawn, yeah, I gotta holler at you." That man just walked off the interview. He ain't. No, that nigga was sitting there talking. He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna Keyshawn. Oh yeah, I gotta holler at you, dog. Come here." And then he was like, "Dog, all that bullshit you talking, dog. I'm like that for real. I'm like that."
It was. I don't know if it's just me, D, but he looked a little shook when he came up to him like that, man. He looked a little shook, man.
He looked just like Bud looking. That nigga was just smiling. That's that nervous smile when
nervous energy.
When a nigga walk up on you, all you do is smile like, boy, go ahead and stop playing, man. I ain't really trying to fight you for real though.
Hey, he couldn't have said that to me, man. I would have slapped him, bro. You could. I don't understand what that was about, man. He couldn't have did me like that. Hey, go ahead.
No, the thing is, Frank Martin does that, but he does it in a polite fashion. But he really means what he's saying because he did it to Williams and Pater. He went up to him and he was like, "Yeah, good fight, but how about me and you get in the ring?" Like it wasn't no disrespect or nothing. He's like, "Good fight, but how about me and you get in the ring next?" I'm like,
I remember that. I'm just saying the way he came to Keyshawn, man. He came to Keyshawn a little out of character. What he said, I'll make it make sense. I'll make it make sense.
I don't think it was out of character. I think he
I never seen it.
I think he heard the nigga talking shit, and he saw him. The nigga was talking shit about him. He saw him, and he walked up on him. Nigga, I hear the shit you talking, nigga. I'm like that. I'm like that. We can get in the ring. I'm like that.
He said, I'm drunk right now, LOL. Too funny. He said, Plant quick 2 with that smack, but I don't think it's serious because he could have punched him. I don't know, AB. You can't really fighters don't usually punch each other, man. They might do a slap or two because you can get sued or something, man. You punch the dude, knock him out, man. This is a little different world.
You can get sued if you punch somebody on the street, but punching another fighter, he ain't getting sued. We both fighters. We both.
They allowed to hit each other? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. You don't remember when Mike Tyson knocked out that nigga?
Mitch Green.
Mitch Green. Yeah, Mitch Green.
Yeah.
He didn't sue. He just went on national TV like, man, that nigga sucker punched me. He ain't sue.
Hey, Mitch Green was a gangster. I don't know how that happened. He said his face changed real fast. He said, "It's true, y'all. Caleb Pimp smacked Maul." He said, "Just showed it now. Everyone else is something within the next year." I'll say this: the thing is with Caleb Plant, man. Caleb Plant really showed some stuff against David Benavidez because he let me know David Benavidez is not elite, man. What about you, man?
Yeah, no. I mean, we already knew that David Benavidez' feet was in concrete. We knew he didn't have the footwork, and we knew he didn't move his head. His guard is his chin and his forehead. That's his guard. But the thing is, Caleb Plant just don't have the stamina. Even if he get in there with Jamal Charlo right now, Jamal Charlo would eventually knock Caleb Plant out because Caleb Plant, he don't have the gas tank. You're not going to be able to run all 12 rounds. You can run for about 6 of them. Those last 6, you're going to be sitting right there to get knocked out.
I'll say this, though. I feel like Keyshawn Davis has been more active and fought better competition compared to Frank Martin. And I'll be honest, I think Keyshawn will beat the life out. I think he'll beat the life out of him, man.
No, he didn't. And he won't.
You saying that because of what's his name?
Michelle Rivera?
Yeah, because the Michelle Rivera fight, he was a drug cheat. Come on.
Michelle Rivera was better than anybody on Keyshawn record, for one, including Keyshawn. And 2, Frank Martin will beat the snot out of Keyshawn Davis. That's why Keyshawn ain't made them. If you notice, every time Keyshawn talks shit to Frank, he always say, "I only got 7 fights. I only got 8 fights. I only got 9 fights." Well, why the fuck are you talking shit then? Sit down there and keep yourself in that little prospect corner and stop talking shit to the contenders up here. Because one of these contenders ain't going to take that shit lightly and they're going to put your ass in the ring for real.
Hey, you rough, man. Hey, you know the funny thing I'll say that had me laughing about that whole thing, man, is that, like you said, man, Frank said, "I'm like that." That was something else. I didn't expect that, man. Hey, y'all smash the like button for us, man. Come on, we got 14 people in the building, man. We got 3 likes, man. Somebody smash the like button for your boy D-Free at BVO.
Smash the like button, people. Smash the like button. Y'all know how we do. But and that's another thing. Andy beat that man 4 times. Every time that man thought he was going to do something, Andy was like, "Sit your little ass down."
What do you say? David is straight up and down, not really nothing special. If he fights Canelo, he's getting stopped. See, that makes sense, man. That makes sense when you said it. Nah. I think he'll beat him, man. I think he'll beat him.
David Benavidez will beat the red out of Canelo Alvarez.
Oh, you nuts!
He will beat the red hair out of Canelo Alvarez.
You nuts, man. Yeah, right. Canelo smash him, man.
Dog, have you seen Canelo Alvarez his last couple of fights? He doesn't have that upper body movement that he had earlier in his career when right after he fought Floyd and he learned how to move his upper body. He don't have that no more.
You see him versus Danny Jacobs? You see him versus Danny Jacobs?
That was earlier in his career. How many years ago that was? That was like what, 5-6 years ago? That was like 5-6 years ago.
D-Free, you rough, man.
No,
my man D-Free.
That was like 5-6 years ago. So he don't have that upper body movement like that no more. So he's going to be there to get hit. We saw what Demetrius Bivol did. We saw what old ass Ganuflin did. Old ass Ganuflin, that fight was horrible. We saw what daggone John Ryder did. That fight was horrible.
Did you see him versus Lara?
How many years ago that was?
Here we go. Hey, hold on. I always bring my young bull in here. He a young amateur fighter, man. Really good fighter, man. D-Free. He from New York, man. This is my dude, Job, man. He talk like Batman, like all them New York dudes do.
Hey, what's good, family?
Hey, but you know what's funny, D-Free? When he get in the ring, he don't want to fight till somebody hit him in the mouth. That's what.
BVO don't know how to leave man.
Hey, D-Free, once they beat on him, didn't even want to fight, boss. He like Rocky, man. He want to get lumped up.
Man,
Did he want to fight?
Man, wow. Hey, yo, look, don't believe BVO, man.
Hey, so what did you think about? What you think about that weigh-in, man? I know you seen that, Job. What you think, man?
Yeah, I mean, I seen the weigh-in, and it's like Spence gonna dog walk him. I feel like, man, Spence ready. Look, 11-round stoppage, like I said. Man, Spence gonna step on Crawford.
Hey, yeah. hold on. Johnson here talking crazy. He said Canelo got old man knees, BBO. If Mel don't stop him, the next one will respectful. Can I ask you a question, man, D-Free? I'm gonna ask you some serious questions. You unbiased. Has Canelo ever been stopped?
Canelo? No.
Okay. So what we talking about, Josh? He's not gonna get stopped. He's not gonna get stopped.
He's been rocked.
He got a beard. He got a beard, D-Free. You know he got a beard.
No, hold on. I seen Canelo get wobbled.
By who?
Go watch. I think it was a dude he fought early in his career. I think this dude was like 19 years old at the time. Canelo was in the corner and he tried to do the little head movement and
10 years ago? Like you just told me 10 years ago? Here we go.
I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah, that was 10 years ago. But you know what happened? The older you get, the more acceptable of knocking out you get. You get older, you're more acceptable to get knocked out as you get older. So if he got wobbled when he was younger, now that he's much older, he's more acceptable getting knocked out.
Hey, you know what I gotta do? Hey, Josh, man, you talking so crazy, man. I gotta snatch your chain first thing, man. I gotta snatch your chain first thing, man.
I understand you biased because you said Canelo was going to be the best Mexican. Of
all here we go. No, I didn't say that, man. I said number two, man. I said number two. He said he might lose Juan. I think he might lose Jamel. If he loses Jamel, that's no big deal. I think he'll beat David Benavidez and Errol Spence. I'll tell you that.
No.
If he fight them next.
No, he not.
He's stopping them.
He not beating neither one of those.
Come on. D-Free, what defense does David Benavidez have?
Look,
go ahead, Joe.
He's sleeping too much on Canelo now. No,
yeah.
Canelo is not what he used to be, but you sleeping on him too much. That's still Canelo, my bro.
No, Canelo, like I said, at one time, Canelo was that dude. I didn't like the way he moved. He ducked a lot of those top guys, but those days are long gone. That man got bad knees. He got a lot of mileage. You got to understand, this man is the same age as Errol Spence, Jamel, and Jamal. This man got 60 fights.
Right.
He's active.
You got to think about it. But
that's a lot of mileage. But
this is what my man. Go ahead.
Look, we got to think about it like this. Canelo is only going to be as good as his opponent. That's what it is. He haven't really had anybody but to push him, but to really be in that competitive mind state. You know what I'm saying? A few years. You know what I'm saying? The past 2 years. You know what I mean? So now he got with Jamel Charlo. Now he got that fire lit, you know what I'm saying, under him again.
What happened to that monster when he was in there with Demetrius Bimble? Because he got his ass whooped.
Hey, this is what my man did.
Fuck Fred, fuck Howard, and fuck all of them.
D-Free, come on, man. That was daring to be great. You know he went up to 175 to fight him, right?
I don't give a fuck. He been at 175 before. That's what the problem with y'all Canelo fans. Y'all just as bad as the Bud fans. He's there to be great. The man already been at 175. He was a champion at 175. How you dare to be great? You was already a champion.
Who he beat to get there?
What was that old ass dude? dude?
Kovalev.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a real, killer.
He Kovalev had the title, right?
He did.
And y'all, when he beat Kovalev, he became the champion. Y'all called him the 175 champion. I think it was the WBC belt, right?
WBO belt. Yep.
Okay, so I don't want to hear that. Oh, he was older. Kovalev had the title. Kovalev had just got finished winning the fight right before then, even though Canelo called him on short notice. Canelo put him out. I think he only had like 2 weeks to train for the fight. So it was more so Canelo doing what Canelo always do, trying to flex his A-side status and like, hey, you want the fight, you got to take it right now. That's why Caleb Plant was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm getting a full camp. And Demetrius did the same thing. No, I'm not doing that. I'm getting a full camp, and we're going to fight. So,
you don't need no full camp. You need to, if the cash cow call you to come fight, you go fight. It's just that simple. Let me read a couple of these comments. My man D-Free talking crazy. I'm going to let him cool off. He said, did y'all see that Plant punch Carlo? I see that undercard. Undercard boxing be talking that crazy stuff. He said, salute to the panel. Canelo beats David and Earl. Juan, you right about that. That's a smart thing to say. He said, just not Mel. I don't believe he'll beat Mel because I think Mel is just a little bit too smart, a little too athletic to beat him. I think that's the main thing. He said,
hold on. Y'all do realize that Mel can't beat Earl.
Mel will stop Earl. You know that, right?
That's why Mel already admitted that Earl beat him.
Oh my God!
He already admitted it.
I can't let you rock with that one.
Fuck Howard and fuck all of them.
He already admitted it. That nigga Mel said, man, I beat all South.
What the fuck you say?
Earl walked up and was like, you beat all what Southpaws? He like, man, I'm not talking about you. You already know.
Here we go. Here we go. He was joking, D-Free. He was joking.
He was like, you beat all what Southpaw? He was like, man, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about
here we go. We're not talking about you.
That's what he said. He was like, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about them other guys. And Earl was like, oh, okay, that's what I thought.
He said, but that's my opinion. Hey, but Juan, you making a great opinion, man. D-Free is just tripping. He said, where's that monster against John Wilder?
We got 100 on it.
Who?
If David Benavidez and Canelo fight, we got 100 on it.
That's done. That's easy money. That's easy money.
Hey, y'all gonna be like this, man. That's some bullshit, man. He should have fought him earlier, man.
He think but Canelo's scared.
Who?
Nah, he think that but Canelo's scared. But he ain't scared of David like that.
He not scared of him, D-Free. I know you think that. He not scared of him, bro.
No,
he's not scared of him.
I hope that he's not scared. Because we've been calling for this fight for the longest. I hope that he's not scared. Because I need that $100. I need that 100 in my life.
D-Free, man.
That's motherfucking, that's 50 lottery tickets. That's $50 lottery tickets. What you talking about?
Hey, D-Free, man. You gotta watch it, man. He just so funny, man. You gotta it's hard to stop talking to him.
That's 50 lottery tickets.
He said Canelo posed to stop riding. No excuses for that one, respectfully. You know what? I tell you, can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
I'll tell you something funny, man. Hold on, I'm hearing some static. 1 second. Is that me? Hold on.
No, that's your man.
Okay, hold on. My bad. What he say? He said he knocks out all southpaws. Earl checked it. Earl ain't, dude, come on. Now, Crown, you my brother, man. Why you in here lying? Somebody he checked it, man. Come on, man.
That's what he did. He checked
it. He said D-Free bugging. Juan, you in here telling the truth, man. He said he should beat Benavidez, but he doesn't seem to want to fight. Did y'all not see Caleb Plant giving your boy David a case of the beats for the first 6-7 rounds?
Do you realize that Canelo don't fight like Caleb Plant? He ain't boxing around no goddamn ring. That nigga fucking around and break both his kneecaps. He already got one bad knee. He fucking around and break both of them. He ain't boxing. That man hasn't boxed ever. That man comes straight forward and use head movement. That's all he do. Come straight forward and use head movement. He don't box.
But it's the funny thing, man. D-Free, you act like he fought Hasbulla or somebody. John Ryder pretty tough, man. He didn't want to go to bed this time. It happens like that.
John Ryder?
He's tough, man. He done fought everybody.
What has John Ryder did in his career?
He's done nothing, but he's fought everybody, man. Come on, you know this better than anybody. Everybody can't be a champion. Am I wrong? Was Ernie Shavers ever a champion? Hold on. Was Ernie Shavers a champion?
I never thought Ernie Shavers was that good. Ernie Shavers was just a hard puncher.
Here we go.
I never thought that he was that good. I just know he was a hard puncher. I didn't think he was that good. He was just a hard puncher. He knocked niggas out. But I ain't say he was a champion level fighter. He was just a hard ass puncher.
He said, my man Cron Juice said it was all access. Look it up. Canelo can box. Canelo can box with the best of them, man. I don't know what my man D-Free is even talking about.
Canelo cannot box. Canelo can fight. He cannot box. Y'all got it twisted. Y'all don't know the difference between
what did he do against Austin Trout?
Fighting.
What about what he did against Austin Trout?
That was fighting. That was not boxing. That was fighting. That was not boxing. There's a difference. Boxing is using lateral movement, using head movement, using a jab, dancing around the ring, hit, not get hit. But fighting is coming straight forward. And all you do is move your head, coming straight forward. That's fighting. That's not boxing. That's fighting. It's two different things.
Y'all do us a favor, man. Y'all smash the like button, man. What do you say? I think Canelo should have fought Carlos years ago. Now it's the Charlos years ago. Now it's the wrong time. But excuse me, Canelo finally giving us the fight we want respectfully. Canelo always gives you what you want. Not when you exactly want it, but he always will come back like he did. Came back to PBC. He gonna give us Jamel, probably Morrell, because I think Morrell stops David. Probably Morrell, and then he gonna fight Errol. And if he knock all three of them out, then what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do then, D-Free?
David Morrell is by far the worst opponent for Canelo. He will retire Canelo. He will retire Canelo. He will put that man in the hospital.
Come on, D-Free. Who did he fight?
It don't matter who he fought. I bet you Canelo would never get in the ring with him. I bet you Canelo would never get in the ring with him. That man will kill Canelo. He will kill. You saw what Bivol did? He would do 20 times worse than what Bivol did.
All he did was beat out Pooh from the Simpsons to death. That's not impressive. That's not impressive.
What did Bivol do? What did Bivol do?
Bivol won some tough fights, man. That in and out style was a bad matchup.
Against who?
Nobody of note.
Exactly.
Nobody.
Okay, so my point is, he got in there with Bivol because he thought Bivol was smooth sailing, and Bivol boxed his head in. And like I said, Morrell is worse than what Bivol would do. Morrell will put that man in a coma.
Hey, John, tell this dude about Canelo, man. You a fighter, man. You know how it go, man. You tell this dude, man. Tell this dude about Canelo, man. I don't know what he's talking about. Tell him, John, what's going on, man?
He on mute.
I think my man John fell asleep. Hold on, I'm gonna read this comment. He said Canelo can fight. Go ahead. He said he doesn't move much when he doesn't have to. He can. He talking about Canelo's boxing. He said Charlos ain't have a big enough name. That's the funny thing. They didn't have a big enough name to be calling no Canelo Alvarez out. He said they're better now. But let me ask you this. Ain't it funny how when David Benavidez was champion and Caleb Plant was champion, they didn't fight each other and consolidate the belts, but they still was both calling out Canelo. Why didn't they fight each other first and then the winner fight Canelo? Why did they do that? Because
actually David Benavidez had been calling out Canelo. Caleb Plant wasn't even known like that. It wasn't. Caleb Plant got his. I think Caleb Plant got his belt after Demetrius lost his belt. I think he got his belt after after David Benavidez lost his belt on the scales.
Yeah, he did.
That's when Caleb Plant got his belt. So they wasn't champion at the same time.
But no, what I'm saying is they was champion at the same time because remember David was WC and Plant was IBF. What I'm saying is they should have been fought each other and then the winner fight Canelo. But what they always do and what you won't admit is people are looking for a payday from Canelo. All they want to do, pause. They want to ride Canelo's wave and they don't want to put no real work in. Canelo do stuff like, let me go fight Kovalev. The same Kovalev that beat Chad Dawson. Same Kovalev that beat the Executioner, a.k.a. Bernard Hopkins, man. So let's not play games like he don't dare to be great. That's what I'm saying, D-Free. You can't be that biased, bro. You can't be that biased.
I'm not biased, but I don't sip that daggone Canelo Kool-Aid that you I don't sip that shit because I know when a real motherfucker's a real motherfucker, and that nigga ducked those guys. You can say why they didn't fight. Well, why didn't he fight Boo Boo when Boo Boo had the last belt at 160 and he said he wanted to be undisputed at 160? And once Boo Boo had the belt, he was like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and go to 168.
Man, Boo Boo's a horrible fighter.
Why didn't he fight Jamal Charlo when Jamal Charlo was his mandatory? He decided to get the franchise belt and drop that belt.
He was awarded the franchise belt.
He decided to get the franchise belt and drop the real WBC belt.
Hold on, man. He said it doesn't matter.
He wasn't awarded that belt before Jamal was the mandatory because he fought mandatories up until when Jamal became his mandatory. Then all of a sudden he's awarded the franchise belt.
Hey, hold on, my man Josh said it wasn't the case. BVO Andre would have fought him at 160, and Andre would have got beat up. Hey, he said Morella's a problem. You know what? When you talk about David Morrell, I think he's one of the most talented fighters, in boxing. I think he got a lot of promise, but he needs to stay away from Canelo because Canelo might knock him out. He said Morrell will put Canelo in another realm. That's y'all kept it so hard. This man just said if he would have fought Boo Boo, he would have beat Boo Boo up. Yeah.
So why didn't he fight him? Why didn't he fight him become undisputed?
Because he's a horrible fighter. That's why.
Why didn't he fight him become undisputed?
Canelo said he's a horrible fighter. He don't sell no tickets. Didn't he fight Luke Keeler and all them goofy guys? What are you talking about, D-Free?
No. Hold on. So now this is coming from the same guy when we was talking about accolades when I first came to your channel. Now we talking about he don't sell tickets now. Now he don't sell tickets. So it's not about being undisputed because he would have been the first male to be undisputed in the 2 weight class if he would have fought Boo Boo and became undisputed and then went to 68 and became undisputed. Y'all don't think about that shit, do y'all? Actually, he could have possibly been undisputed in 3 weight classes if he would have unified those belts at 154 and stopped ducking those guys and then fought Boo Boo at 60.
He couldn't make the weight. He couldn't make the weight anymore. He couldn't make the weight.
Yeah. Okay.
He said, "What do you say? David Morrell is better than Canelo. Just needs a bit more experience." No, Juan, you smoking, man. He said against better opponents because they wanted that money. To tell you the truth, they want to be Mayweather without putting the work in, and that's the fact. Everybody want to ride Canelo's wave and not put the work in.
He said, "Canelo ain't got no goddamn wave. Canelo just got drowned in his own goddamn way when he got in there with Bivol. That nigga ain't got no goddamn way. That nigga's sitting under the sea right now." You realize ain't nobody talking about Canelo, right? You realize ain't nobody talking about Canelo.
We got a big fight coming up. That's why. Errol State.
Exactly. He ain't got no wave. Exactly. He ain't got no wave.
D-Free, he did 200,000 man fighting a guy you said is a bum.
Exactly.
What are you talking about, man?
Canelo was supposed to be this big ass pay-per-view star that don't matter who he fight. He doing big numbers. He did 200,000 pay-per-view.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
A lot for Canelo? That's a lot for Canelo or no?
That's low for Canelo. That's low for Canelo.
Exactly.
But I bet you when you get in there with Errol or you get in there with Jamel, it's going to do $1 million.
Exactly, because those are big name fighters. That's what I've been trying to tell you the whole time. He's been fighting these no name motherfuckers, getting these niggas paid. No, this nigga fought motherfucker. Okay, I'm gonna prove it to you.
Okay.
Who's Anthony Yildirim?
Now I didn't like that fight at all. I didn't like that fight. I didn't like that fight. See, you bringing up the worst. You bringing the worst up.
This man picked his own mandatory, which was his sparring partner.
His sparring partner.
When David Benavidez was the #1 contender at WBC sanctioning body.
But he couldn't make the weight.
David Benavidez did make the weight. What are you talking about?
No, he can't. He couldn't. He missed the weight on the scale. You forgot.
That was years prior.
He missed the weight on the scale. But do you remember when Mauricio Suleiman offered David Benavidez a chance to fight Beterbiev and he said no?
that's Beturbia. We talking about 168, not 175. Let's stay in one weight class.
I'm saying you're not. You hold Canelo.
We talking about 168. Canelo Alvarez called. He brought his own sparring partner to be his mandatory when David Benavidez was the #1 contender at 168. Everybody been calling for that fight. Everybody been calling for that fight. You trying to tell me that wasn't a big money fight if he fought David Benavidez?
Who? Oh yeah, if he would have fought David at any time, it would have been a big fight. I think so. I don't know if Canelo's team felt like he didn't have a big enough rise, a big enough fan base. I don't know. He said Canelo
I tell you what it is. I tell you exactly
what is that?
Canelo and his team didn't think that Canelo had a big enough heart. That's what it was. He was scared. He was scared.
He said Canelo went to 168 because he getting all the belts there was easier than fighting Boo Boo. Can I ask you? Let's have a real conversation, Josh. Because Josh, you capped out, and D-Free, you capping out. Who has Boo Boo Andre fought? Didn't he duck Jamel? Didn't he fight Jamel?
It does not matter. See, that's what y'all keep saying. Y'all keep saying, who has these guys fight? It doesn't matter who they. It don't matter who they fight. They want to fight you. They want to fight you. It don't matter who they fought. If you think that they an easy win, fight them. They calling you out. That's like me going down the street and a dude be like, man, you a bitch, I'll beat your ass. Dog, you ain't fighting nobody. I'm gonna go ahead and go in my motherfucking house. You ain't fighting nobody. No, that nigga called me a bitch. He gonna beat my ass. I'm gonna whoop that nigga ass right now. No,
come on, man. This, you know what it is, and I'm gonna tell you what you and Josh are both doing. Y'all want him to be Oscar De La Hoya, bro. He can't. He's not Oscar. He's not Oscar, man. He's not gonna be the can man. That's what it really is. Y'all want him to be. He said, "Good question, D-Free. Carry on 1 second. What's going on, Apple man?" He said, "Blessings, D-Free. What BVO capping about?" Now, ain't nobody capping, bro.
Dog, that nigga, he riding that daggone Canelo.
No, I ain't riding nothing. Pause, man.
I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to refrain myself from saying it, but he riding like a rodeo. He riding that joint like a rodeo.
Hey, that brother's crazy, man. All I can tell you is this: when it comes to Canelo, man, he one of the first young dude counting that money like Kane, man. That's why I'm a big fan of him. Well, man, so let's say this. So we talking like this. Who got a better resume, Errol Spence or Canelo? Who got a better resume?
When you look at it, Canelo, without a doubt, has a better resume for namesake. Now, competition-wise, if we're talking about competition-wise, it's about. I mean, it all depends on who you consider better. Who you consider better? Because a lot of those guys that Errol Spence fought was good guys. A lot of the guys that Canelo fought was good guys at one time in their career.
See,
not all the time when Canelo fought him.
So let me ask you this. So Canelo, you getting on Canelo, but I want to get off this topic. I want to talk about this big fight coming up. But him and Errol are the same age. Him and Jamel are the same age. So they got the same 24 hours in a day. They all had Al Heyman, and Canelo still has the better resume by far. They didn't all have Al Heyman. Canelo just got Al Heyman. He was with Golden Boy. Well, he was back there in the old days when they had Richard Sherfield and all them helping out. So this
he wasn't. He was with Golden Boy.
But this is what I'm saying. This is the thing I'm saying. So if you talk about Canelo, right? Who has Errol Spence beat that's better than Sugar Shane Mosley? Nobody.
Who has Errol Spence beat that's better than Sugar Shane Mosley at the time that Canelo fought him?
No. I'm talking about career.
No, we're not talking about Sugar Shane Mosley overall. No, at the time that Canelo fought him.
There we go.
That's what y'all do. Y'all say these big names, and it's like, oh, that because that's a name. We know who that name is. We know who Sugar Shane Mosley is. No, I'm talking about at the time. See, I'm the type of people, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm talking about at the time that he fought him. Now, you want to say that again?
So I'm gonna ask you this: Who has Errol Spence beat that's better than Miguel Cotto?
At the time that he fought Miguel?
No, I'm asking you a question. Who did he beat that's better than Miguel Cotto, man? I'm asking the question
that he fought Miguel.
Here we go.
At the time that he fought Miguel, I told you you're not gonna sit here and you're not gonna play these.
Here we go, man. Here we go.
Because you saying these names, and I'm supposed to just say, oh yeah, that nobody's better than Miguel Cotto. Nobody's better than Sugar Shane Mosley. But at the time that Canelo fought him, them guys wasn't those guys. They wasn't those top guys that we all knew them coming up in the rankings. They wasn't that. They was at the end of their career. They had like 1 or 2 fights left in them, and they retired.
So this is what he said when Shane Mosley was on or off steroids, respectfully, because Errol a clean fighter. Well, this is what I'll say to that man. if you're talking about Canelo's career, there's nobody that Errol beat that's better than Austin Trout. There's nobody that he beat that's better than Lonnie Laura. So what are we talking about? We're just talking crazy here, man. So D-Free, we gotta talk the facts, man.
And there's nobody that Canelo beat that's better than Errol Spence.
I think Sugar Shane Mosley's better than Errol Spence.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Errol Spence will put that nigga in the dirt.
You talking about Sugar Shane Mosley, the killer? You don't think so?
At the time that he fought,
I'm talking about overall.
I don't talk about no, because Canelo didn't fight him at his prime. Canelo fought him at the end of his career when he was 36, 37 years old. So I'm talking about when Canelo fought him, Errol Spence would have put him in the dirt.
No, I'm asking you, was the same Sugar Shane Mosley that fought Oscar De La Hoya?
I don't care about Sugar Shane when he was fighting at 135. I'm talking about Sugar Shane in 2000 and what was that? 2012, 2015 when he fought Canelo Alvarez, when Sugar Shane was at the end of his career. That Sugar Shane. I ain't talking about the Sugar Shane in the late 90s, the mid 90s, the late 90s. I'm talking about the Sugar Shane that fought Canelo. That Sugar Shane, because Canelo didn't fight the Sugar Shane from old. He fought the Sugar Shane that was old.
Well, let me ask you this. Is Canelo a better fighter than Miguel Cotto?
Is Canelo a better fighter than Miguel Cotto?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm asking you this. Is Errol Spence a better fighter than Miguel Cotto?
Yeah.
Okay. So Errol Spence is a better fighter than Lonnie Laura. He's better than Laura as a fighter?
Right now, yeah.
I don't know, man. You kind of being biased. Man. Oh, let me ask you this: Has anybody that Earl ever fought been as good as Floyd Mayweather? That's the question.
Have anybody that Earl fought did what?
Been as good as Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah, Earl himself.
Earl is good as Floyd.
Errol Spence is the one that beat up Floyd. He gave Floyd a black eye. That's why Floyd was on Bud for so hard. Then he was like, hold up, I gotta remember this nigga did beat my ass. Hey, Bud, you might be in for some trouble, dog. You might be in for some trouble. That nigga Earl ain't nothing to play. That's when Floyd was telling Keith Thurman to fight Earl, he was telling Sean Porter to fight Earl. That was because Earl had just got finished beating Floyd's ass in the gym. He beat the shit out of Floyd and gave that nigga eye. Floyd was the first one that got the eye.
Hey, D-Free, man. This is the thing. He said Earl made Mayweather quit in a boxing ring just under the belt lights. Just not under the belt lights in Floyd's gym under Floyd's doghouse rules. At the end of the day, man, you talk about a 38-year-old Floyd Mayweather that he beat up.
No, he wasn't 38. Stop the bullshit. He wasn't 38.
36. No, I'm saying 36.
No, that was before he fought Canelo. Stop the bullshit. That was before he fought Canelo.
So he was what, 35, 34?
He was like 33, 32. That was before he fought Canelo. Errol Spence was like 20. Errol Spence was like 21 at the time.
So you telling me that Errol Spence is a better fighter than Floyd?
No, I'm saying Errol Spence put the pause on Floyd. Something that Canelo couldn't do. Canelo couldn't put pause on Floyd. He said, I couldn't hit him.
Canelo was too slow. Canelo was too slow.
Exactly. That's why I said Errol Spence would beat the shit out of Canelo, because Errol Spence put pause on Floyd.
So let me ask you this, man. I got to get off this. As you can see, I'm cooking D-Free on this whole Canelo argument.
You see, I'm cooking your ass.
He cooking me on this argument, so I'm going to let it go. So look at Hey, I'm not going to sit there like you Ugas, and I'm going to get out the ring. What do you say?
You gonna do the vent?
Yeah, remember? No. We ain't saying that here, man. We not doing that here.
He gonna do the Vic. He gonna do the Vic.
No, I ain't turning my cap backwards. I ain't gonna turn my cap backwards, man.
Nah, but I mean, we could get on this Bud and Spence fight because I got a lot to say about this nigga Bud, dog.
So I want to get your thoughts on Bud, man. What you think about Bud's whole demeanor, man? I want your opinion on what we seeing from him.
What I think about Bud did what?
His whole demeanor, man. His whole demeanor didn't change.
No, I think Bud is sitting here thinking like, damn, I tried everything to get out of this fight. This man gave me everything, and I gotta fight him. I can't even not fight him because I done told my kids I'm gonna fight him, and we didn't already did the deal and everything. So this man, I've never seen. I've seen quite a few press conferences from Bud. I've never seen Bud act like this. I've never seen that man look this nervous. He genuinely looked nervous. And a lot of people say, oh, y'all just hating Bud, don't look nervous. Dog, like I said, take your biased glasses off, put on a real Cartier and look at this joint. This man is nervous. He's nervous.
I think this is the funny thing about it, man. I just can say he tried, like you said it best, man. He tried to avoid the fight. And at the end of the day, man, Errol kind of caught him in a lie, man. Errol been catching him in lies. I mean, I'll tell you this. I didn't realize that Bomac and Bud both are like professional liars, man. Like they really just get on the camera and lie the whole time. Like when I see, I mean, if anybody's seen that press conference with Derek James versus Bomac had nothing to say to Derek James that made any sense. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's not a 50-50 fight. I mean, it's really a 60-40 fight, and I think we getting killed, man. or what? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Bomac didn't have nothing to say to Derek James because that man kept saying, he said, we've been before. We've been in an undisputed fight. You ain't been in an undisputed fight. Like Jamel Charlo is undisputed. What are you talking about? I was like,
yeah, he put his foot in his mouth there.
I'm like, no, you forgot about Jamel Charlo? I'm like, this is his second undisputed fight. Just like this is your second undisputed fight. Y'all both got one undisputed fight, and this is the second one. So, I mean, technically, this is his third one because he was in the undisputed fight 2 times with Jamel Charlo. The first one was a draw, and then he got to win the second time. Yeah. So, I mean, he's been on that stage before. I mean, he ain't nervous. I mean, if anybody gonna be nervous, it would be Errol. But Errol don't look nervous. Your man look nervous.
Hey, before this is my man Crown Jewel right here, man. D-Free. Hey, before I let you on here, Crown Jewel, I want to ask you this, man. Who's a better fighter, man? Canelo or Errol overall? Who's a better fighter?
Better skill fighter?
Just a better fighter overall. Skills, know-how, ring generalship. Who's the better fighter between the two?
Right now, it's Errol.
I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about overall.
Right now, it's Errol. Like Canelo's on the downside of his career.
I didn't say right now. I said overall.
Well, first of all, it was always close. It was always close. But if the fight was to happen today, I may rock with Errol. I think he's a better fighter than Canelo.
Come on, man.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Exactly.
Listen, a lot of y'all believe the hype because Canelo has bulked up over the years and gotten bigger. He's a naturally smaller man than Errol. He's going to get beat by Charlo. He's a naturally smaller man than Charlo. He bulked up, probably juicing, and as he's bulked up, he's always chose the right fights. He didn't fight Triple G until he seen him slip. He thought Bivol was sweet. I bet money on Bivol. I knew Bivol was going to beat him. I worked Bivol's corner when he fought against Jean Pascal. I knew
you had inside information.
I knew he was athletic. And I know anybody that's athletic is going to beat Canelo. Canelo can't beat people with quicker feet than him. Athleticism gives him fits. He needs you to stand in front of him.
He didn't beat Lara?
I thought Lara beat him. That was robbery.
Yes.
That was a robbery.
Crown.
He beat Austin Trout. He lost to Lara.
I'll just say this, man, and I always got to say this.
You love Canelo. Like, you got a man crush on Canelo. And I think Canelo got a whole lot better after Floyd. But Canelo's fans, or stands, should I say, are so delusional. They want to say, oh, he was just a kid when Floyd beat him. He was 23. Let's see what Floyd was at in his career at 23. Mike Tyson had peaked and came down by 23. I think 23 is the prime of your life. How's that too young?
Yeah.
And Floyd was 37. Floyd was 37 when he beat him.
Not to mention that Canelo had 44 fights at the time.
Yeah, but 32 of them was against cab drivers in Mexico.
Not according to his fans, they wasn't.
Well, if you go on BoxRec, you can check it out. He had a jab as resume.
I know they was, but I'm saying according to his fans, they wasn't.
Oh, he got stands, man. They delusional, and they make a million excuses for him. But here's the thing. He's a very, very good fighter. I give it to him. He got better after Mayweather because he started doing to other people what Mayweather did to him. But he's not a great. He's not an all-time Mexican great. And there are fighters today that are better than him. He's just a huge draw. He produces a lot of revenue. So promoters, it's in their best interest to take care of him and get him the right fights because he's going to make them money. But at the end of the day, anytime there was somebody that he thought was going to be a tough fight, he went away from it. He never fought Demetrius Andrade.
Demetrius Andrade was fighting Luke Keeler. And before you finish, let me snatch your chain. Let me snatch your chain, man.
You can snatch whatever you want. Andrade had to fight who he had to fight.
Hold on. Pause, man. I'm not snatching nothing but your chain, man. Pause, man.
Oh, here you go. Here you go.
What's going on, Dub? What's going on, Dub?
No, go ahead.
Nah, the reality is Canelo has always been a great matchmaker. Anybody that would give him problems, like Andrade style would, because he's a mover and he's big and strong, he doesn't fight. Andrade called this man out since they were both undefeated in the same week. Canelo wouldn't even say his name until Andrade showed up at his press conference. Then he cussed him out and acted like he was insulted because he asked to fight. Anybody he thought he would have a problem with, he went away from. He didn't fight, what's my man, the Russian's name, Kovalev. He didn't fight Kovalev until Kovalev was done. He didn't fight Triple G.
No. Kovalev had just beat Anthony Yard. Stop playing. He
beat Anthony Yard, who's inexperienced, very strong, and falls apart in the later rounds the same way he just did against Better BS.
And he
just outlasted Anthony
on a 2-week notice.
What are we talking about?
He got Kovalev to take that fight on a 2-week notice.
Yeah, and he run. Everybody knows Yardy runs out of gas. So an experienced fighter is going to take him in deep water and beat him. Did the same thing as Better BF. But what I'm telling you is that Canelo is extremely overrated. He has millions of
Okay, now you're doing this.
Fuck Fred, fuck Howard, and fuck Fred, fuck Howard, and fuck all of them.
What about Robin? She's hot, right?
Robin?
Yeah.
Who cares about that bitch?
What about Benji?
Fuck Benji.
I don't agree. You're right. I don't agree with your bullshit. You're right. Hey, listen. I'm starting to think you Mexican, man.
No, I'm not, man. I'm black,
Is Canelo your cousin?
No. I'm a Asiatic black man. I know you never heard of that, man.
Canelo not his cousin.
You make more excuses for Canelo than the Mexicans.
No, Canelo not his cousin. That's his stepbrother.
No, y'all rough. Y'all rough, man. What do you say? Preach on. But let me ask y'all both this, man. So when you see this big fight coming up, why is Buzz energy changed? I start with you, Crown, then I'll go to my man D-Free. Why is his whole energy changed?
I'm gonna tell you what I see. I won't come out and say this man is scared because I don't say that about world-class fighters. If you get to climb through those ropes, I'm gonna respect you enough to not call you scared. But what I will say, he's extremely uneasy. He didn't look comfortable. I did a video about that today. He didn't look comfortable at the final presser. He looked very uneasy. He couldn't sit still at one point. Yeah, he was praying. Earl actually checked him and made him shut up when he was arguing with somebody in Earl's camp. He said, "Are y'all done?" And Bud shut up. His trainers seem nervous as hell, man. They don't seem like they want to be there. And then the biggest kicker, the biggest shocker to me, everybody was talking about Earl struggling to make weight and how big he is. At the post-fight, the final presser yesterday, it was Bud who looked sucked in, cheekbones showing, looking skinny and frail. Earl looked solid. Bud looked like he struggled to make weight. And like I said, he just did not look happy to be there. How are you on stage for the biggest fight of your life and you arguing with somebody in the crowd that doesn't even matter? How can somebody in the crowd get to you unless you already agitated?
Let me ask you a question, Crown. We had a one time on one of the panels on here. We had a goofball say something to him. First thing out your mouth was, "I know how to work these hands here." First thing out your mouth. So he saw the energy change, man. He saw the energy change. This man Crown. This is what Crown ain't gonna tell you. Crown know how to fight. So he talking to some loser on channel one day and tell him, "I know how to throw these."
No. He came at me on some very disrespectful stuff. and first he said, like, "Who are you? What have you done in boxing? Like, who?" And I'm like, first of all, you should never come at a man like that because you don't know. I don't know what you've done. I don't know what you've done, D-Free. So I respect everybody. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. But he came at me like, "Who are you to have an opinion?" Basically, and then was like, he said he would. What did he say? He said, I'll beat the shit out of you or something. And I was like, "You do what? Like, you want to do what?" So it's a British dude he had on here. He like, "Yeah, I'll come to the States and I'll beat the shit out of you." And I'm like, "For real? Like, I still know how to do this."
Hey, D-Free, you ever see them MMA guys that talk trash so they can get so somebody can hit him so he can beat him up? That's your boy Crown right there.
No, I don't do that. He came at me. All I said, we were discussing a fight. And that went from discussing the fight to him telling me he'll come to America and beat my ass.
Yeah, it was Jimmy. He told Jimmy he would hurt him. So
I'm a man. So you threaten me, I'm like, all right.
Hold on, Jimmy who? That name sounds familiar.
You know Jimmy that be in everybody's chats, man. Jimmy from the UK.
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was. Jimmy don't do nothing but talk shit. And
he changed his tune by the end of the convo, but right away, it was my first time ever even being on with him. One of the first things he said to me was that he was going to come to the States and whoop my ass. I'm like, whoa. Huh?
I don't know if he said he was about whooping your butt, man. Pause. I don't think he said nothing like that.
Hey, listen. I don't play the pause game, man. I'm 44, gonna be 45 years old.
I don't care,
I
man.
know what side of the plate I bat on.
Hey, man. You're not going to have the alpha of the mob on us,
Listen.
Pause, man.
I'm 44 with 3 kids, brother. 2 of them adults.
Hey, didn't they have that one fighter, man? No, I ain't gonna say that. Never mind. Hey, hold on. What he said? Well, my man Big Soda.
And you trying to get out in these YouTube streets. You don't want to offend that community anyway. You better leave that alone.
Hey, man, you can't counsel us, man.
Listen,
I'm the black man.
I'm not even playing with him.
Hey, Vic, did you watch the fight the other day? The dude did the Vic the other day.
He said whooping on that way, Big Tilapia. Hey, my man Big now, Crown, Big got on here and said some of the most crazy stuff.
Wasn't Vic the one talking about some Errol Spence look like he overweight and all this? He having a problem.
He 170 pounds. All that dumb stuff.
Yeah, he said all that, man.
Vic, what happened with your man today, Vic? Why he missed weight? Earl made weight easy. Why your man missed weight?
And like I said, before he missed weight, he looked horrible already.
I think the thing that that's being missed is that he never wanted this fight, and unfortunately, man, Errol bullied him into taking it because he's been saying for a long time he didn't want this fight because I don't think he thought Errol would give up everything he gave up because there's been talks that Errol, gave up the whole coin flip. Errol pretty much gave him $7 million. Like Errol
gave him the percentage he wanted. He gave him everything.
Errol, I didn't realize this. Errol is fighting for $1 million guaranteed. The same thing he always fight for.
But he knows he's going to get 30 on the back end.
No, but what I'm saying is that's funny because they guaranteed Bud $10 million.
Because Earl knows what the back end is going to be. See, Bud wasn't willing to bank on the back end because he's never been a businessman. He's never got anything on the back end. He didn't get a portion of the pot when he was at Top Rank. All he got was his guarantee. That's why when he offered Earl that $20 million, and Earl said, "What about the back end?" Earl know that back end money sweet because he owns a piece of himself. He signed to himself.
Because what people don't realize, what people don't realize when Earl fought Mikey Garcia, I think on the back end he ended up making a total of like close to $17 million for that fight when he fought Mikey Garcia. A lot of people don't talk about that. They just talk about what the guarantee was.
Yeah, it's probably more than that.
Yeah, they just talk about what the guarantee was. They don't talk about what he made on the back end. That's why they were like, "Oh, well, Bud make more money than Earl." No, he don't. No, he don't.
No, he don't. No,
Not
he
even
don't.
close.
Not even close.
But
Well, what you got to look at real quick?
Go ahead.
It just came out, right?
Mhm.
Ryan and Oscar just talked about Ryan, including his back end, ended up with $30 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what you think Earl and Tank is getting on the back end? So if Ryan got 30 for Tank,
Tank probably got like 50,
60.
Probably.
Now here's the thing.
But Floyd get 15%.
Yeah, but no, he don't. Oh yeah, that fight he did.
Yeah,
but
he got 15%.
Trust me, he got plenty of money, right? But think about that. If Ryan Garcia got 30, why would Earl mind giving Bud 10? Because he know what that back number look like. He like, oh, that's what you want? You want 10? Go ahead and take your little 10. Go ahead and take your little 10.
What I'm saying is
30% of the back end.
That's the funny thing, and it's a 70-30 split for the pay-per-view. People don't realize that.
Yeah, so go ahead and take your 10. You taking short money, dummy. Because I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna tell you, Blue Blood came out and said, this is the biggest fight in the last 40 years. And I did a video about that too. It's a lie. You know why? Just last month, or no, a couple months ago, Tank and Ryan sold out in minutes. This fight still ain't sold out. They were still announcing the link to buy tickets at the final presser.
It's not about to sell out either, though. It's not going to sell out.
So that means it's not even as big a fight as Ryan and Tank. It's a better fight than Ryan and Tank, but it's not as big of a fight.
Why is it a better fight?
8 weeks. This fight been announced for 8 weeks.
But why is it a better fight? Tell me how it's a better fight and they sold 1.4 million.
No. I said Ryan and Tank is a bigger fight. This fight is a better fight. This is a better fight because it's more competitive. But Ryan and Tank generated more money and sold out in minutes. This fight
they didn't generate more money. Well, far as the live gate, they didn't. The live gate, Earl and Bud already passed Ryan Garcia. And
you don't know Earl and Bud's live gate because they still didn't sell out.
I'm not talking about the sellout right now. Up to how many tickets they sold now is more than what Ryan and Tank did.
I don't know the gate. I'm not gonna act like I know the numbers, but I do know Fran Charles at the final presser was still telling people to go buy tickets and giving them the link. And I do know 8 weeks before Ryan's fight with Tank, it was already sold out, and people were reselling ringside tickets for $40,000 a piece.
Hold on. Let me say this real quick. Let me say this real quick. Dub, man, pull up, man. You talking too crazy, man. Pull up, man. You talking way too crazy. He said Ryan Garcia's uncle about to argue you down respectfully.
No, but the thing is, Tank. This fight here, Bud and Earl, their ringside seats. I didn't think when it first went on, the tickets first came out, that wasn't open to the public. It was only open to the celebrities and family and friends. Those ringside seats, I seen ringside seats going for like $27,000.
Yeah, and Tank and Ryan had seats going for $40,000.
Yeah, that was on a resale. I'm talking about the first sale.
I got
I'm talking about the first one.
All we got to do is
what's that?
We don't know what the resale went for.
You're right, but all we got to do is wait.
What does that mean when y'all say resale? What does that mean when y'all say resale? I don't know.
When somebody buy the ticket and then resell it.
Rich people buy tickets and sell them, up the price and sell them. But what I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave it alone. All we got to do is wait till after, because right now we know factually Ryan and Tank is the 5th biggest live gate in Las Vegas history.
Wow.
Yep.
We haven't heard them say nothing about Earl and Terrence breaking a record yet.
No, because it's probably gonna be higher than 5th.
We'll see, but we don't know that yet. But we do know Ryan and Tank.
It's gonna be more than that. I'm telling you, I don't know about the paper. I don't know about the pay-per-view, but I think the live. I know that the live gate is more than this. I don't
want you to think I'm against the fight. I want it to be because I think it's a better fight. But I'm just factually speaking, it's not a bigger fight because they're not as popular.
It's a better.
Tank sold out in minutes.
But let me ask you this, Crown. You said it's a better fight than 2 young guys under 30 fighting in their primes, like Bud and Errol.
I'll tell you why. If you want to know why, I'll tell you why it's a better fight.
Go ahead.
Because there's a huge gap in talent between Tank and Ryan. That doesn't make for a good fight. Bud and Earl are more evenly matched. That makes for a great fight. You're not going to get a great fight from a great fighter against a good fighter. But when two greats get together, that makes for a better fight. Not to mention their style.
I don't think they're two greats, though.
I don't think they're two greats. I don't think Bud is a great. See, a lot of people say Bud is a great.
You putting 100 on 10,
I ain't going to take that away from Bud. I got Earl picked, but I'm not going to take away the fact that this man.
So, Crown, let me ask you, the same dude.
The thing is, I can't put Bud as a great when he didn't fight great talent. You only as good as the talent that you fought. So I
can't say that. I can't agree with that. You know why?
How can you not? How can you
hold
not?
On. Let me tell you why I can say it. Sometimes you have no control over who they put in front of you. Everybody said Roy Jones fought nobodies, or was it that he made them look like nobodies? Sometimes you just got to look at the eye test because you can only fight who's in front of you.
No,
and whoever they put in front of him, and I'm not saying he has a great resume at welterweight.
That's a hyperbolic argument.
But he destroyed the lightweights.
I'm gonna tell you what that's.
The 140s. He has a great resume. You can't take that.
No, he doesn't. He does not have a great resume. No, he does not.
That's a hyperbolic argument because when you talk about Roy Jones early in his career, he beat B Hop and he beat
see, the people that said Roy Jones,
he can't.
It doesn't matter. The people that said Roy Jones didn't fight nobody, they don't know boxing because
I agree with that. But what I'm saying is,
and I'm talking about from a point of view of been in boxing my whole life, and that's all I know is been watching boxing since I was 7 years old. The first fight I ever went to was Hearns and Sugar Ray and Hagler. That was the first fight I ever went to at 7 years old. So I've been in boxing. I've been around boxing my whole life.
Me too. I started boxing at 7.
I got cousins that fight right now. So
I'm a former fighter. I train a fighter now.
I got a nephew that's in the amateurs right now. So I don't look at fighters the same way other people look at fighters. I look at the talent that they fight.
I understand what you're saying.
And so
I'm well versed as well.
But what I'm saying
I run a boxing gym right now with amateurs and pros.
But what I'm saying is, when you got
actively fought from 7 until 31.
Hey, hold on. We don't need all y'all accolades, man. Y'all calm down. We don't need all these goddamn accolades, bro.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
Hey, shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to D-Free. Shout out to BVO, man. Shout out to my brother Crown, man. Hey, real quick, I just want to let y'all know BVO must stand for Best Vato out right now. That's what they got to stand for. They got to stand for. Hey, Canelo cousin, Ryan Garcia uncle. So I mean, it is what it is. Go ahead. I apologize.
You on Ryan too?
Yeah, I apologize. Y'all go ahead. I apologize.
What I was saying is when you got somebody that's a better talent, and he even said it. I've never been in a 50-50 fight my whole career. He's never been an underdog in his whole career
because he's gifted.
He's gifted. Listen what I'm saying. He's never been in a 50-50 fight. This is his first quote-unquote 50-50 fight. I don't think it's 50-50, but quote-unquote, this is his first 50-50 fight. Me, personally, this is his first fight that he's been in that he's the underdog. And so when you haven't been in a fight to test your abilities, you can't say that you're great if you've never been tested.
Now, sometimes you're just that good.
No.
When was Earl the underdog?
Who?
When was Earl the underdog?
When I'm an Earl fan. Brook, he was the underdog.
He should have been.
He was. He was. Kell Brook was the number one fighter in welterweight. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he should have been. Kell Brook was coming off getting his eye socket broke by Triple G.
Up until that point, Errol Spence was a contender. He was fighting the best. He was fighting the best welterweight in the world.
I had him.
He was the underdog.
I had him picked to stop Brook, and he did.
Okay, you had him picked to stop Brook, but when I'm used to asking a question, that's when I'm telling you he was the underdog.
Yeah.
Bud Crawford has never been the underdog. Even right now, he's not the underdog, but he's really the underdog. He's not the underdog. What's going on, yo?
Well, and here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you too. There's a variable there too. You got to consider. One of the reasons he's never been an underdog because he was with Bob Arum his whole career.
Hey man, top rank got the best matchmakers out there. They gonna put you in the ring where you can win.
My point. That's the point. Thank you. So we don't know how good he is. So he might not be as good as y'all think he is. If Earl go out here and walk right through him, y'all gonna say he's still great, or y'all gonna say he's not as good as we thought he was.
No. I think Earl beats him because I think Earl's bigger and stronger.
I didn't say Earl beat him. I said Earl walked through him.
But
is y'all gonna say is he great, or y'all gonna say he wasn't as good as we thought he was?
No, I'm gonna give Bud credit. I'm gonna give Bud credit regardless.
All right, I'm gonna share some inside information I got. Right.
Oh Lord, we got an insider.
Not like that, but just some little information I got. I was in camp with a kid named Khalil Cole. He's an up and coming light heavyweight, right? Light heavyweight.
Mm-hmm.
He sparred both Earl and Bud. So naturally, I'm asking him. I'm in camp with Anthony Young at the time, and he's training for his last fight, like this Russian dude he just knocked out. So I said, all right, Lil, so who's the bigger puncher? Earl or Bud? He said, I ain't gonna lie, man. He said, Earl can punch, but Bud's power is different. And I've heard several world-class fighters say that sparred have been around him. Like, we know what we see as the public, but in boxing circles, they respect Earl's shot. Another guy, Dynamite, Carl Dargan, in camp with Bud in the amateurs, talks about how tough Bud is. Like a lot of really respected fighters I know speak to how tough this dude is. So I can go by just not what I see on TV or when he fights. I actually know fighters that been in there with him and speak to that I respect, that speak to his skill level, his strength, his power. And I just think he's a special. I don't got him picked to beat Earl. I don't think he beats Earl. I think Earl stylistically is a bad fight for him. I think he's too strong for him. But Terrence Crawford is a special fighter.
Hey, you know what's funny though? It's funny when you say that because I look at Bud when he going and he's sparring people like Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Some of the smaller fighters. You know what I mean? Hell, he can do that. Well, those fighters they couldn't spar Earl, and the reason being is because they'll get in there and he'll break their ass too fucking fast.
Well, you gotta remember,
it wouldn't be no
sparring.
sparring.
Pick the win. I got Earl to win.
No, I'm picking EJ
too.
Man, Crawford ain't no. He fighting at 47. He was 146.6 or whatever. Earl was 147.
He moved up to 47.
I understand. I understand all of that. I got you. I ain't disagreeing with you. We agreeing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is at the end of the day, I agree with you. This is a bad style. We all know styles make fights, and this is a bad style for Bud. And this is why I mean.
That's why it took so long to make the fight.
And I really truly believe that Bud didn't think that he was gonna get what he. And I don't even think he wanted some of this shit. I think he just did it to kind of prevent the fight. And then EJ was like, "No, what? You got it.
I agree with that. I think Earl called his bluff. I agree.
Yeah, he called the motherfucking bluff. And now, I think, man, I was listening to somebody that was talking about EJ sparring. It was like, shit, we just go ahead and put real protectors on for all the people he's sparring just in case, because we know what might happen in the damn sparring matches. That's what I mean. If you got to wear a real protector, the spar motherfucker, that tell you a lot about him. You know what I'm saying? That tell you a lot about him.
I'm gonna say this in Bud's defense. If I was 36-year-old Terrence Crawford, I wouldn't want to fight Errol Spence. At 36, why the hell would I want to fight guys that's breaking people's ribs, nose, eye sockets, and shit?
Every fight.
But why would you say that when there's so many great fighters that tested themselves?
He can't come out and say he don't want to, but he's 36. Ain't no more testing himself. He's 36.
And there ain't no money fight. There ain't no bigger money fight for Bud right now than this.
That's why the fight's happening, because of the money. But if he can make money elsewhere, this fight wouldn't be happening.
But I'm not saying it like as in oh, he's testing himself. He's testing himself as in like when Sugar Ray came out of retirement to fight Marvin Hagler in the first fight.
No, you know that's totally different. Totally different. Sugar Ray himself.
Hey, somebody.
Hold on, let me tell you why.
Hold on, real quick. Somebody got the kids in the background. I think there we go. I appreciate you. No, there we go.
I'm gonna tell you why the Sugar Ray Marvin Hagler was totally different. Ray Leonard himself said he refused to fight Hagler until they hung out one night at a gala, and Marvin Hagler told him his heart wasn't in boxing no more. And Ray said, as soon as I heard him say his heart wasn't in boxing no more, I said, okay, now's the right time to fight him. So Ray wasn't concerned with testing himself. He was concerned with catching Hagler at the right time.
At the right time.
He did. He seen him look bad against Mugabe. He went with him to a gala and had Hagler tell him, and that's why Hagler was mad at him. He said, I confided in you as a friend that my heart was no longer in boxing and used that to sucker me into a fight.
And
no, Leonard was not daring to be great when he fought Hagler. He was waiting for Hagler to be softened up to fight him.
Salute to the Queen QQ. I'm gonna say this though.
Quee, man. Quee. Chill, man. You got to, shout out to the sis, man. Shout out to my sister, man.
My bad.
He said QQ.
My bad. I didn't know. Hey, but I'll say this, man. When we talking about Terrence Crawford and we talking about Earl, I think the big thing we got to remember, man, is that Terrence Crawford has repeatedly said, when we gonna get this fight? Never. I don't want it.
I don't need
this fight.
I'm a Hall of Famer already.
The fight is past me. The fight is past me. All that shit. Go ahead. My bad.
One thing I do agree with you with what BVO just said is that I have seen a lot of like interviews before where he's saying like, yo, like if this dude refuses to fight me, then whatever is the case may be because I don't need him and this and that and all this extra stuff. And I feel like he does avoid a lot of fights, and that's one thing I feel like, you know, like he hasn't done. And to an agreement with D-Free, he does not have the same resume as Errol. But to even tell you the truth, like just for him being undisputed, you can't really just take that away from him. You know what I'm saying? Because those are
we're not trying to hold on real quick. We're not trying to take that from him. The thing is this though. This is the problem. And going back to 2018, one of the things that me as a boxing fan that I want to see when he was a free agent, I want to see him go over there, especially when he said he wanted these big fights, go sign with the PBC and make these big fights. That ain't what he did. What did he do?
Agree.
He re-signed with Top Rank, and when he re-signed, and I believe it was Crown who said it earlier, the man ain't never been a great businessman. He re-signed with Top Rank.
He's not a good businessman.
He re-signed with Top Rank because he was trying to hold the same shit he was trying to do in this fight did not make the fight happen, was to outprice himself. And then what EJ did, once again, called his bluff. And so when after your bluff done been called so many times, you ain't got no way out of the fight. So he had to make the fight happen. He ain't had no choice. One of my biggest issues with Bud is this. I had my flight, I was setting my hotel up for November. I believe it was November 19th. I was setting my shit up. I wanted to be at the fight, and then the motherfucker pulled his bullshit and go fight David Avocado, whatever the brother name is. He go fight that man for 10 million guaranteed, which I don't even know if he got that. I was gonna say we don't even know he got that. And
he got $2 million. He got that from your boy BVO. He made $2 million in that fight.
But it's ridiculous.
No, he didn't. They came out. He only made 4.5 in that fight.
Which is still ridiculous, and he should have never even been trying. He shouldn't even been pursuing that damn fight. If you wanted to tune up, tell us you want to tune up, and then it's okay. But that ain't what you told us. You told us you wanted to smoke, and then when the offer is on the table, you slide out the back door, take a fight with Avocado, pull this man out of a fight. This man was already scheduled to fight, and you pull him out of a fight because whether it's the money, regardless of what it is. And it goes back into the business of boxing. And unfortunately, man, it just seemed like Bud don't understand the business. Even when Bomac told him not to take the Pacquiao fight. Why the hell when you take the Pacquiao fight? That was going to be your biggest payday. But you pull out the... Go ahead.
If I can, I think I understand his thought process on the business. I'm not saying I agree with it. Mm-hmm. But with Bob Arum and Top Rank, right? He knew he was top dog. Mm-hmm. And Bob was actually losing money to pay him what he wanted to pay him because he was his top fighter. He knew the moment he went to PBC when his contract expired that first time, they still had Floyd, they had Earl, they had Sean Porter that was making more money than him at that time. They had the Charlos.
Keith Thurman
be a small fish in a big pond with PBC. With Top Rank, he was going to be their priority.
He was the big fish in the small pond.
Can I ask you a question?
The logic. Because when it comes to star power, he would have got lost in the sauce at the PBC.
But keep
But
this in mind.
if he felt like he was gonna win those fights, how you gonna get lost in the sauce if you go beat these folks? You're not gonna get lost in the sauce if you feel. Hold on, real quick, hold on, real quick. Hold on. So and I'm not saying he's gonna beat any of them. What I'm saying is, according to him, these are the fights that he wanted. And so, regardless, they the biggest fights you can make, and they're gonna be your biggest money fights. So when you pull out and you duck the fight, what you want me to say? How can I not say you ain't ducking? Or I ain't gonna say ducking. How can I not say you not trying to make the biggest fights? You looking for the bag, which is okay. Everybody looking for the bag. I got
He's
that.
at the end of his career. He's looking to get paid. And here's the thing, like I said, I don't agree with what he did, but I understand it.
But
I feel like people
sometimes
forget.
you want
I
to be
feel
a
like people
big fish
forget
in a
that it's
small
prize
pond.
fighting though too. People
Let me
forget
say-
it's prize fighting.
Well, let me say this
Right.
before you go, D. Let me say this before you go. I think you guys got to remember that Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum actually went to court about your boy Al Heyman overpaying fighters. So the thing is, and this is the thing about it, people don't realize that resurgence that you seen that Manny Pacquiao had after losing his biggest fight of his career against Floyd, beating Adrian Bronner, beating Keith Thurman. You know, that's because of Al Heyman. And at the end of the day, let me finish before you go. Let me finish before you go.
Hold on, let him finish. Let
me finish before you go. I think the thing about it when it come to Al Heyman has done such a good job of taking care of all his fighters. Leo Santa Cruz actually named his son after Al Heyman. I think the thing that you're getting with Bud is he finally is getting exposed on the fact that he got to get out here and make it happen. When you a paycheck employee, man, and I'm one, I'm on salary. It's hard to bet on yourself when you've never done it. I'm gonna be totally honest. Right. So what y'all asking Bud to do is something a lot of people in America haven't done. And say, you know what, every day bet on yourself. Earl did that because he's used to that.
Because Al taught him the business over years. Bud didn't have that. He didn't have Bob Arum teaching him the business.
And
but
the thing
you brought up Pacquiao, and I just want to address what my man said about Pacquiao that was wrong. He said Bomac told Bud don't fight Pacquiao. When in reality, Bob Arum said he would never allow Bud to fight Pacquiao because he didn't want to see Pacquiao
lose. I agree with that. But this is the thing. Hold on, real quick, D-Free. This is the thing. When Pacquiao went over to the PBC, that's when they was trying to make the fight. And so
Bud was still with Top Rank.
If Bob, how can Bob tell this man he not gonna? According to the Muhammad Ali Act, if the fight is big, if it's the biggest fight you can make, then your promoter can't stop you.
According to the Muhammad Ali Act, right? But here's the same thing Bud's running into now. That only works for you if you're capable of making your own deal and promoting the fight.
Hold up.
Obviously, we're seeing now Bud don't have those skills.
Go ahead, D-Free.
All right, let me say this. Now I heard y'all say Bob told him he wasn't going to make the fight because he didn't want him to do what he did to Pacquiao or whatever. But that was before Pacquiao. They made the fight for Pacquiao. They was getting 40. Pacquiao was getting 40. Bud was getting 10. They sent the contract to Bud with Pacquiao name already signed on it. Pacquiao already signed the contract. They sent it to Bud. He knew what he was getting. Bomac told Bud not
to sign the contract. he literally said, and the craziest thing about it, at that current moment in time, that would have been Bud's biggest payday. That would have been his biggest payday. So
I don't know at that time that a 40-10 split between him and Pacquiao was fair either.
That is fair. What are you talking about?
At what time were we talking about this though?
Hold on. Let me ask this. Let me ask you this, Crown. Let me ask you this. You said you don't think the split was fair. Okay. No. Hold on. But this is the problem. At that current moment in time, when that fight was supposed to be made, but his biggest fight even before that was damn near in Dongo. That was like that or post style. You know what I'm saying? Those were his biggest fights. So, and Manny Pacquiao, once again, he had been in the ring with Floyd already. He had been in the ring with, he was 8 division champion then. And so, how can all I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is I'm gonna let you respond. I'm gonna let you respond. I just want to say one last thing. So to say it is unfair, but it's your biggest payday, doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to say it's unfair.
Let me come back.
Talk to me.
You can have your biggest payday in a fight where the business still ain't right. because the fight is bigger than any fight you ever been in. You deserve a bigger percentage. But we can't gauge Pacquiao getting 40 and he getting 10 specifically just on the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight because Mayweather brought the money to that fight. If you look at Pacquiao's other fights, he was getting $5 and $6 million a fight. He wasn't getting $10 million a fight, those other fights that he didn't fight Floyd, which is why he's still fighting now. So if he wasn't commanding those kind of paydays before, why would he get $40 million to fight Bud, who isn't a bigger name than the guys he was fighting?
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't because you got to remember, Manny Pacquiao had just got finished beating Keith Thurman for Keith Thurman's belt,
and he got $6 million. He didn't get $40 million.
Regardless of what he got, Manny
How do you determine what a fighter is?
Let me say, regardless of what Manny Pacquiao had got prior to that, Manny Pacquiao was the A side. Bud agreed to the 40-10 split. It doesn't matter.
He shouldn't have though.
It doesn't matter. He did.
But he did.
He did. It doesn't matter.
And then when the contract came, and then when the contract came,
split. That's not a good split.
No, how is that not a good split?
Because Pacquiao couldn't command that kind of money, so why would he take an 80-20 split?
Stop it. So hold on, hey, and my brother Crown, and hey, shout out to my brother. He gonna also tell me that when Devin sent Shakur the what 25-75 contract, that wasn't a fair deal either, right?
It wasn't, and I can give you fact why it's not.
Man, this is what I'm telling you. If you trying to, if you
just said something to me, please let me respond.
Hey, but all I'm saying, if you trying to put you have to. All fighters have done it. All fighters, but hold on. All fighters have had to do it. Floyd had to do it against Oscar. All these fighters have had to take.
Hold on.
Go ahead, brother.
They taking smaller splits. A 75-25 is not a fair split for a mandatory. If you read the WBA's rules, he is the mandatory. He
is now. He wasn't at the time.
He wasn't a mandatory.
Well,
at the time.
Okay. Here, listen. Just listen. Within weeks, he was the mandatory. So obviously, he knew something we didn't know, right?
He should have won it. He should have been put it down.
Let me finish. Why would I take 25% when I know I can petition the WBC to become mandatory and I'm guaranteed at least 30%? I don't have to negotiate with you. If you offer me less than I can get guaranteed by the sanctioning body, then I can tell you no, petition to be the mandatory like he did, and guarantee myself at least 30%, if not more.
Why he didn't petition before a contract was sent to him? He should have been petitioned.
Hold on, because he gave his friend a chance to negotiate with him.
Oh, here we go.
I'm not even on that. So now I gotta force your hand. Y'all gotta stop just being biased to fighters.
I'm not even on that. I'm not even on that because that fight is probably not gonna happen. I'm on the fact that he said that was not a fair split. You cannot say that Manny Pacquiao getting 40 and Bud Crawford getting 10 is not a fair split. When Bud thought it was fair, Bomac thought it was fair. That's why they agreed to it. The only reason why
Manny Pacquiao is a generational name.
The only reason why
what kind of money was Manny Pacquiao getting?
Listen what I'm saying. The only reason why Bomac told Bud not to sign, not because it wasn't a fair split, is because the money didn't come fast enough when you don't get paid until after the fight is done.
Facts.
Manny Pacquiao is a generational name.
Split has nothing to do with why he didn't sign.
I'm giving you my opinion on it.
That's not the opinion that matters. The opinion that matters is what happened.
Hold on, now Crown. You just told me that you don't want our opinion. You want the fact. You just said that.
You're right. And factually,
hold on.
Salaries in boxing. Tell me.
But Manny Pacquiao is a generational name.
How do they figure your worth in boxing?
Because Manny Pacquiao is a generational name. How many great fights?
No. It's a lot of people that generational names don't make a lot of money.
I gotta say this.
Hey, pull up.
We're not talking Denver. We're talking Manny Pacquiao.
Pull up what Ghost put in the chat.
There are a lot of generational names that don't make a lot of money.
He said with the gate, Pac-Man versus Keith Thurman generated approximately $50 million itself. Why wouldn't he be the A side? Bud's biggest fight at the
y'all
time
moving the goalposts.
was
y'all
a
moving
flop
the
against Amir
I
Khan.
didn't say he wasn't the A side.
Hold on. That's the chat. That's the chat, bro. That's the chat.
Hold on. I'm not talking about that. The other one where he said Manny Pacquiao got $6 million for that Keith Thurman fight. What did Go say in the following right behind that?
Oh, I didn't see. I think it went up too fast.
I think he said Manny Pacquiao got 60 million or 30 million somewhere
He
around
ain't
there.
never made 30 million in his life besides Floyd. That's a lot.
He said Manny had multiple big pay-per-views under his belt. He generated around 500,000 plus for years. Oh, but
and he never ever got that kind of money. He got what Bob paid him, but it was never 30 million.
And Bud never got more than 6 million. So what are we talking about?
Listen to
you realize that Amir Khan was the A side.
I never said Pacquiao didn't make more than Bud.
Amir Khan was the A side in that fight.
He made 35 million for the Keith Thurman fight.
He didn't make 4 times. He didn't make 35 million.
On the back, after it was all said and done, he made 35 million.
He didn't make 35 million.
They did 500,000 pay-per-view buys. They did 500,000 pay-per-view buys. On the back end, he ended up making 35 million for that fight.
So they posted that. Let
me say this real quick.
Anything could be posted. He didn't make 35
Crown, let me say this. Hey, Crown, I'm gonna help you out with this. My grandmother told me years ago, the only place that's fair is where they raise pigs. So I don't want you telling me he was fair now, bro.
Look. If you, BVO, if you ask my son right now, you know what fair is? Fair is where they judge pigs, not where they raise them. They judge them at the fair. You raise them on the farm, you judge them at the fair. That's what they do at the fair. Go ahead, my bad, Crown.
Yeah, I'm saying Manny deserved more money than Terrence. I didn't say he didn't, but I'm saying he didn't deserve 4 times more.
But let me make sure it's Crown. What that got to do with tomorrow?
Y'all brought that up. I didn't bring it up.
I'm just asking. So I'm asking you, what's going to happen tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow Errol Spence is going to stop Terrence Crawford.
Exactly.
How?
What round? What round you got?
I think he's going to stop him in the 10th.
How is he going to stop him? Why are you going to stop him?
How's he going to stop him?
Explain to me how.
It's going to be a systematic beatdown. Here's the thing. Terrence Crawford is a notorious slow starter. He usually doesn't get going to the 4th or 5th round. Errol is a really fast starter and a punishing fighter. If you take 4 rounds to get going against Errol Spence, you're going to have absorbed so much punishment by the 5th round, it will be too late for you to mount a comeback. So I think by the 5th round, when Terrence Crawford just start getting going, the fight will be interesting for maybe 5, 6. Then Earl's going to the work Errol put in the first 4 is going to show up. And he's going to wear down little by little. By the 9th, 10th round, he's going to get him out of there.
I think Beaumont's going to tell him to start fast. And
I don't care what you tell somebody. We're creatures of habit.
Hold on, but go ahead, Juan.
It's easy to tell somebody fight.
I think he is. I think he's going to tire out. I think Errol's going to beat him. And I think Errol's going to win by decision. I don't think it's going to be a knockout. I just don't think it. I'm going
to tell you this. This is the craziest thing. I think it, regardless of how it goes, the problem is going to be this. If he tries to pick the pace up early, if Bud tries to pick the pace up early, one thing we know about Bud is the man, and we saw it at the press conference, the man can't control his emotion. And when you can't control your emotion in the ring, hence the reason we see his ass when he get clipped, what he want to do? He want to fight. He can't fight against Errol. He can't fight. That ain't the fight that for him to win, he shouldn't be in a firefight with EJ. And the thing is if you try to start early, he's gonna get clipped earlier. That means he's gonna start fighting earlier, and it's still gonna be bad for him. So I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I agree. I think I don't know about the 10th round. I don't even know about a stoppage, possibly a decision. I ain't never seen Bud just knock the fuck out. So it's hard for me to say. Hold on.
Get hurt though. We done
seen EJ get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Not by little guys. I agree with that. I agree with that. All I'm saying is regardless of Bud's strategy, I think either way it's bad for him, because if he fight early, then he in the wrong fight. If he try to box, you know what I'm saying, download information, he's still gonna be in the wrong fight because too many punches gonna be coming his way.
You're right.
And so
but his
what
best bet is early.
what I'm looking for for Bud to win, this is my only question in this entire fight. Can Bud hurt EJ? He gonna catch EJ with some hot shit, bro. He gonna catch him in between punches because that's the skill set of Bud. That's what he does. He gonna catch EJ. My thing is if he don't hurt him when he catch him in between them shots and able to finish him, then he gonna get beat the fuck up. He gonna get beat the fuck up.
If he don't get him within
the only way he wins. I feel like the only way he wins is if he lets that ego go, and I just don't see that ego going anywhere. It's just that heart in him that just doesn't let him not stop doing that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he's not gonna. He's durable enough.
But
he's gonna knock out EJ. He's not gonna knock out EJ. Let's just put that to bed now.
I watched Bud Crawford sit up there at a press conference, get in front of everybody and tell everybody, well, y'all, man, y'all show people how this thing need to go. You know what I'm saying? Calling himself the mediator at first. And then in the same press conference, I watched him argue with a nigga in the crowd, act the motherfucking fool and not be able to control himself. That's the problem.
Control his emotions.
He can't control them.
And this is where I say, if the only way he can win this fight is if he can control those emotions and that ego. If he can't do that, then he ain't winning. That's as simple as that. I don't think there's gonna be a crazy stoppage. It's not gonna be a stoppage. It's just gonna be an ass whooping. That's really it's all gonna be. Pause. It's gonna be an ass whooping. That's gonna be a real ass whooping.
A beatdown. It's gonna be a beat. And
Terrence takes that punishment for 12 rounds.
And the other thing,
and it's not going to be for 12 because I think he's going to win the early rounds. He's going to win the early rounds. That's that. We're not going to say that he's not. He is.
You think Bud going to win the early rounds?
Yeah, I think the first 3 is going to EJ, and then from 3 to maybe 7, Terrence is going to start turning up, and then EJ's body attack from that early rounds are going to start working out.
No, you're not beating EJ no 4 straight rounds. I don't care who you are. You're not. You said from 3. You said from 3 to 7.
From 3.
Yeah, you're not beating EJ no 4 straight rounds. Period.
Before he starts getting his first 3 rounds, you gotta remember EJ starts faster.
The thing is, EJ is going to beat him up. He's going to beat him up to the body. He's going to beat him up on the shoulders, his arms, his hip. When you getting hit like that, your body tends to stay still. You don't want to move. All you want to do is protect your body. You don't want to move.
He makes people stay still.
When you're there for a target to be hit, that's why EJ puts out more punches. See, a lot of people say he gets stronger. It's not that he gets stronger. His opponent become less mobilized, so he can hit you more. He hits you more because you're not moving. All you're doing is just protecting yourself. So you're not with the punches that EJ put out. He put out 70 punches per round. You're not beating EJ no 4 consecutive round. You're not beating EJ consecutive round. Period. Putting out 70 punches because
but D-Free. But D-Free, this is the other thing though. But this is the other thing. Since Bud and especially in this fight, I heard Crown talk about how Bud looked during the weigh-ins. I didn't think Bud looked well. I thought he looked great at the overall weigh-in, but even before that, you can see how
he had rehydrated.
Right, exactly. My thing is that at the end of the day, since Bud has been at 47, he not he don't use the lateral movement that he used when he was at 40 and 35.
He's probably walking around. He probably walks around at 160.
Exactly, and that's the he probably walk around bigger than 160. He probably walk around 175. Hell, he's not that big though. But the thing is,
on a fighter is his legs. That's the first thing a fighter loses is his legs.
And so in this fight, since we've seen Bud, especially the reason he became a knockout artist at 47 is because he had to sit on this shit. Why did he have to sit on this shit? Because he wasn't moving no more. He ended up sitting down. Exactly. And so for when people tell me, well, he a slick fighter, he gonna use no, he's not. He's gonna end up in a fucking firefight. He's gonna end up in a firefight and get beat the fuck up. Go ahead.
Hey, Doug, you my brother, man.
Even
Please
around
clean up the
his
language.
win,
Hold on. Doug, hold on.
My
Hold on
bad.
1 second.
My bad.
You gotta please,
I
when
got
you
you. I
say
got
sit
you.
on it, man, please say pause, man. Please.
Man, bro, hey, real quick, bro. I'm 35 years old, bro. It ain't no pause in my game. If you want to take it that route, that's in your mind. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. So damn all that pause shit.
Hey, but you know
I know when I'm speaking, I ain't speaking on nothing in that
listen.
arena or atmosphere. That's on you. That's on you, bro. That's on you. That's on you, bro.
Which one of y'all
Hey,
said Bud gonna win rounds 3 to 7?
hey, let me say this though. Let me say this. The funny thing about
All
it
right,
is,
go ahead.
no, I'm saying the funny thing about this fight. I like how Doug would say I'm 35, like he like 100 years old. Hey, I'm actually 33 tomorrow, Dub. I'm right behind you, man.
Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this, man. I think the thing that we missing here is this. This is a cash out. Bud is cashing out, man.
Yeah, I agree with
I
that.
really want to respond to my man with the 3 to 7. Because
Go ahead.
you said Bud is going to win rounds 3 to 7. So just because he's going to win a round, which I don't think he's going to do that, first of all. But even if he did, just because you win a round mean you don't take punishment in those rounds? Even the rounds that Errol loses, he punishes opponents.
I didn't say he wasn't. D-Free
You said the
assumed
first
that.
three rounds are Earl, and then
First,
Terrence is
yes,
going to do his thing, and then Earl ain't going to get back to him till later. Earl's going to be constantly punching on this man the whole fight, even when Terrence is having his moments. He's going to be getting hit back.
He's not
a durable guy.
It's boxing. It's not ballet. It's boxing. Of course,
No.
he's gonna get hit back.
It's not just it's boxing. There's a difference when Errol Spence is in the ring because Errol Spence punishes people. It's a little different. You don't see guys like Ugas leaving the ring against other guys with broken ribs, nose, jaw, and eye socket all in the same fight. That's different, bro.
Hey man, look, I don't remember who said it, but they said that EJ man, he done figured out one thing in boxing that a lot of people haven't figured out. A lot of motherfuckers don't want to fight, and what EJ gonna make you do, he gonna make you fight, and especially with Bud, the thing is hell, we done seen him multiple times. When he get hit, what he want to do? He want to fight, and that's what that shit gonna.
When he get hit.
Hey, that shit gonna happen. Yeah, I agree. If Gamboa can rock you, I know EJ can. If Green Machine can rock you, I know EJ can. So,
Green
hey,
Machine dropped him.
Green Machine dropped it.
Hey, it didn't get counted. They called it a slip, so I ain't gonna hold it against him. I ain't gonna hold it against him.
Shoot, you asked me. He was losing to Kell Brook before he knocked Kell Brook out.
He was losing to Sean Porter before Sean Porter's dad stopped him.
Yep, that's one thing. That is one thing for sure. Who's that?
But fellas, I appreciate the platform. I'm gonna go ahead and make me a couple $2 before I take it down tonight. I like chopping it up with y'all. I'll be on the stream with y'all tomorrow. When y'all ain't doing nothing, stop by Crown Jewel Box and TV.
Hey, Crown. Hey,
Dub, you calling the fight tomorrow?
Hold on.
Hey, Dub, you calling the fight tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be there to call it real quick though. Hey, Crown. Hey, man, I gotta catch some smoke with you, bro. I gotta catch some smoke with you. You are damn a residential Devin hater, and me being a Devin fan, I got smoke with you, Crown. I got smoke with you, Crown. I got smoke with you, Crown.
He said I'm. He said.
What the fuck you say?
He said my favorite fighter is Devin Haney, low key.
Wake up, nigga. We gotta get this money.
But I don't like the way him and his father move. Like, if Devin's father would shut up, he'd be all right.
I agree with that. And real quick, I will say this. I ain't got no smoke with you because at this current moment in time, I got smoke with Devin and Bill, especially with what Bill done said. So I got smoke with them too, even though I rock with Dev. I got smoke with all of them. Say it again?
Did you see what came out today?
Nah, I ain't seen it yet.
He's fighting Prograde.
Is he fighting Regis?
Yeah, he's fighting him.
No, but not just that. He asked to fight Regis Prograis and ask the WBC to allow him to still keep his lightweight title while he goes up to 140 to fight Prograis.
For what? For what?
Make him take his mandatory.
He need to drop all his belts, bro.
He's trying to be a hater and not let Shakur. He's not trying to let Shakur get a title. He's being a hater.
You can't say that name around BVO because he don't like Shakur either.
No. Shakur's one of my favorite fighters. What I'm saying,
I'm a fan of Shakur. I'm a Shakur fan.
But see, the thing I've been telling Dub, and I've been telling everybody that like Devin Haney, Bill Haney's a pimp, and he's from Oakland, and them slick talking Oakland niggas always do that, man. At the end of the day, man, that's what they do, man. That's what they do.
Explain it. Hold on. Now, explain that to me again one more time. I'm sorry.
I say he's a pimp. He's an Oakland pimp, man. I mean, he's like y'all. I don't know if y'all remember Sugar Free. Y'all might be too young for Sugar Free, but he like a Sugar Free type guy. He sound good.
Pimp say things that make you feel is believable. Bill Haney came out and said Devin Haney is going to knock Gervonta Davis out, and Devin Haney ain't scored a knockout in 5 years. That ain't pimp shit. That's stupidity.
Hey, man. Hey, and my thing is, Bill. Look. Bill sat there. What Bill told us? He said we locking the door with all these bad motor scooters. That's what Bill said. I didn't say this. This is what Bill said. And now all of a sudden y'all moving up. Nah, stop it, man. Stop it. Don't give me. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways.
Remember that flight? Y'all remember that Denzel movie when he was on flight when he was talking about I'm drunk right now? That's him. That's Bill Haney right now talking about
and then the other problem is that Bill, since all this done started going down, Bill done stopped pulling up like he used to pull up. Hey, Bill used to pull up all the time, didn't he? And now Bill don't pull up. Man, stop it, man. Stop it.
Am I wrong? Did I see that Bullitt's about to fight Calvin Ford?
Yeah,
did y'all see that?
Yeah, they fighting.
Is that real? Is that real?
Yeah, they doing an exhibition. They doing an exhibition.
Oh Lord!
They fight on the college campus.
Why the fuck would they do that? These old motherfuckers. Somebody gonna get hurt. Hey, look.
G5.
Somebody about that.
Ain't Bullitt young? Bullitt's like in his mid-30s, ain't he?
Well, Calvin Ford in his damn 50s, and he about to pull a damn.
They both fought before.
I don't give a damn if they fought or not. Somebody about to pull a goddamn ACL, tear ACL, pull a back muscle. Somebody finna be hurting this fight.
Like Mike and Roy did. They get a bag like Mike and Roy did.
I guess.
Hey, you know the funny thing about it, man. I can't believe that we get on all this talking about this fight. This is a straight hype job, man. Errol gonna kill this dude, man. Like I don't know what we even talking about. Man. Earl about to kill this dude.
Real quick question.
Terrence looks scared. He do look scared.
Real quick question, right?
I won't say scared. He looked nervous.
He looked terrified. Man.
Real quick question, right? We all know what happened yesterday with Frank and Keyshawn, right? Let's say if they do fight, right? How do you guys see that fight going?
I don't know, because Frank just looked really bad in his last fight.
He did look really bad, but there's not a lot of dudes that can look.
That's okay though. I mean, that's okay.
You're not gonna look good against that type of style. Though.
But
matchups.
Frank has got to find an identity. He's trying to fight like Earl, and he don't have Earl's attributes. He needs to go back to what he does.
I don't think he's trying to fight like Earl. I think it comes more down to Derrick James.
That last fight he tried to fight like Earl.
I disagree with that.
That man, he uses his footwork. He uses angles. He don't fight like Earl. Now, what I will say is all of Derrick James' fighters does have that characteristic where they go to the body. That's all his fighters. But he don't fight like Earl.
Push forward behind a plotting jab. Frank Martin never did that before his last fight. He tried it this fight, and this guy was beating him to the punch all night long until he got tired.
I mean, what I said when I did the fight after the fight was over, I did a post-fight reaction. What I said before, a lot of people underestimated the fighter that Frank Martin that he was in there with. A lot of people just thought Frank Martin was just gonna go in there and beat the dude up. Nobody knew who the dude was, but the dude was an Olympic. He was an Olympian. So he had to be some type of fighter to be able to win a bronze medal in the Olympics. He had to be some type of fighter.
The Olympics aren't what they once were. I'm not saying he was a bad fighter, but I think that fight was more about what Frank Martin didn't do than what this guy did do. And I think stylistically early on, Frank Martin fought the wrong fight. When he adjusted, he took over the fight. But early on, he just came out and fought the wrong fight.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. So do me. I know you got to go. I apologize, Crown. Break down the how you see Frank Martin versus Keyshawn. How you see that fight happening?
Right now, I think he may still be a little bit too much for Keyshawn. I like Keyshawn, but he shows some holes in his game too. If I had to compare Keyshawn to somebody right now, I compare him to an Andre Berto. Very talented, not much of a thinker, getting by on talent alone and strength and trying to just overwhelm guys. He's going to have to improve his defense. He's going to have to develop a better jab before he starts fighting world-class fighters. Right now, Keyshawn is impressive against the guys he's supposed to be impressive against. But once they step him up, he's going to face some problems if he doesn't better his defense and establish a jab.
So if they fight tomorrow, if they fight tomorrow, who wins the fight?
If they fight tomorrow, Keyshawn. Keyshawn wins if they fight right now.
No, they won't. No, he won't. No, he won't.
I agree with that.
Keyshawn gets stopped if they fight tomorrow.
I think Frank stops him too.
My opinion, I gave it. We agreed.
I'm just asking. Pass the question around. Pass the question around.
I think Frank stops him because of his experience.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Keyshawn is only looks good against the talent that he's being there with. What everybody say? Top Rank has the best matchmaker. They put on showcase fights to make their fighters look good. I see a lot of holes in Keyshawn's game with lesser competition.
I apologize. I'm double talking. What I meant to say, I got Frank Martin right now. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
I'm talking against Keyshawn and saying Keyshawn wins. I think Frank Martin wins right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Keyshawn is limited right now. I compare him to Andre Berto. I think Frank Martin beats him right now. And actually, if you talk about nervous energy, when he found out Andy Cruz was coming to the States and he went live, he looked all kind of nervous and scared. He don't want to say Andy Cruz's name.
Andy Cruz is a beast, man.
Man, Andy Cruz can box, bro. He can box, but the man ain't got no goddamn power, man. It's hard to survive at the professional level with no crowd.
But that's a lot of the Cubans, though.
Yeah,
that's a lot of those Cubans, so
far from what I see, he don't have no power. I don't know. He might have power. That could have just been a tough guy that he was in there with. I don't
Maybe.
That was the same guy. That was the same guy that Keyshawn was in there with, and he Keyshawn with the distance with him too. But Andy, debut. Yeah, Andy outboxed that dude.
And Andy's in the gym with Boots and Bozy Ennis every day. Whatever he don't have, he gonna have.
Well, so is Cool Boy, and we seen what happened with that. Respectfully.
Nah, Cool Boy ain't been in the ring. He ain't got the same trainer as Bozy.
Let me address that real quick. Cool Boy does not train in the same gym with Boots and Bozy. I don't know where you got that from. They're not in the same gym.
No, they're not.
They're in the same city.
I agree. I do agree with that.
Philadelphia is the biggest geographical city in the country. You could be in the same city in Philly and not know each other.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a big city. Yeah. Ain't nobody lives there, but it's a big city. Don't nobody want to live there, but.
Well, Vivian, why you like this?
Amazing.
I mean, Cool
Boy.
I'm not
gonna say they know each other. They've been in the gym together. Bozy don't work with Cool Boy because I didn't see them in the gym together. But Bozy don't work with Cool Boy. Cool Boy has his own. He has his own trainers and stuff like that. So they don't.
But Cool Boy got the cheesesteak.
The 96 Olympic bronze medalist, his baby brother trains Cool Boy.
Whoever trained Cool Boy, man, they really don't know what they're doing.
It's not that. Y'all take him losing and say and act like he's just a bad fighter.
No. Cool Boy can fight. Man.
I'm talking to BVO because BVO been saying this for the past week now. But what I'm saying is, Cool Boy had a bad night at the office. That's what happens. You have a bad night. You in there with a A-class fighter, and you have a bad night. That's what happens. The same thing.
Hold on. BVO.
Yes, sir.
This man is a unified champion, and you calling him a bum because he lost to a generational talent?
No, I didn't say he was a bum, man. I don't know where you got that from.
Listen.
I'm joking. I'm
Hey,
joking. He's not a bum.
Listen. We know we have to take what BVO say with a grain of salt. The man picked Ryan Garcia to beat Tank Davis, so we know we got to take what he say with a grain of salt, regardless.
You did that, bro?
Hey.
Oh, hold on. You took Ryan Garcia?
Hey,
Yes.
That shit crazy.
I made a mistake.
That's not no mistake.
Hey, BVO argued me down about that goddamn fight. Argued me down about that motherfucker.
That is not a mistake. A mistake is using a red pen instead of a blue pen when you're doing a test paper. That's a mistake. What you did was a straight fuck up. That was a straight fuck up.
What happened with D-Free? Let me respond to that. What happened with me was I thought I was looking at Oscar and it was really Ryan. I thought I was going to see Oscar and it was just really Ryan. So that's what I thought. I was wrong. Because I thought, just like Oscar beat Pernell Whitaker, I thought it was going to be the same type of thing. But
Oscar lost to Pernell Whitaker, and that's what I was telling you. I was telling you this when we was having this same conversation before the fight. I was telling you when you kept bringing that up. I'm like, bro, Pernell Whitaker, that was one of the biggest robberies in boxing. One of the biggest robberies.
I've been
And
this.
And the thing is, BVO, I got love for my brother. That's my brother. You know, I got love for you, but I got to keep it a buck. The man, when he like a fighter, he go out on the limb, and the limb can be as thin as a twig, and he's still going out on that motherfucker, knowing that he finna fall off of it.
What I say is this, murder. It's us Ohio boys. You know how we get. You know how us Ohio niggas get down, nigga. Ohio nigga, double O. What's up, yo? Columbus, Akron, Cleveland, Springfield, Dayton, Youngstown. What's up, y'all? Cincinnati too. I forget about you. You know.
Hey, that's Ohio brothers, man. We can make a mistake, man. It's okay.
Nigga, Ryan Garcia ain't from Ohio. Hey, look.
I mean from the West Coast, bro.
Ryan Garcia ain't from hey, man. That's why I tell y'all, BVO is Ryan Garcia's uncle, right? He Canelo cousin. And we know this for a fact. We know this is factual information. This is factual information.
And Oscar is his adopted father.
There we go, right? There you go.
That sounds crazy.
Hey, D-Free, man. D-Free trying to give me a knockout, man, because I roasted him one time. He's trying to give me a knockout. He knocked me out on that one. I'm done. You got me on that one.
I'm trying. Listen.
I roasted D-Free before. Now he finally got me with a knockout. That's a knockout punch. I'll take it.
Now listen. Like I said, when you have a fighter that's in there with an A-class fighter just as well as you are, and you have a bad night, that's what happens. You look bad. You had a bad night, so you look bad.
D-Free. I think he just looked timid. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen tomorrow.
Everybody say Bud is an A-class fighter. He's about to get in there with an A-class fighter, and he's going to have a bad night at the office, and he's going to look very bad.
Josh,
I think he's.
Let me say this before you go, Juan. If you look at the record, Oscar beat Pernell. Look at the records. That's like
what are you talking about?
I don't look at.
I watched the fight. I watched the fight.
I don't look at the record. I look at the fight.
Right. Like, what are you talking about? I watched the fight, bro. What are you talking about?
Can I ask you that? I'm gonna talk like you, respectfully. Did you not see Oscar pushing his head back with them punches, man? Did you not see his head going back? Just from all them punches. Did you not see that?
And did you see him slipping on them shots?
Say it again. Did you not see the defensive wizardry of Pernell Whitaker in that fight? Did you not see that?
I've seen some of that.
He got amazing.
Doing the Mexican Matador on Oscar.
Hey, hold on. I got one thing I want to tell y'all, man. If Oscar had waves in the beard, y'all would love him, man.
Oh, here we go. See, and now, now y'all know what he just called us racist. Now he just called us racist. That's what he did.
No, I ain't call y'all racist, man. I'm just saying if he had waves in the beard.
Bro, I'm Spanish and I knew he lost, bro. Come on.
Hey, Juan.
Take them fish nuts off.
I'm saying this shit.
Hey, the fishnets and the heels. Take both of them off, brother. Respect it. Respect yourself. Respect yourself, brother.
Can I ask y'all this? Can I?
His name is Julio Sanchez, just in case you didn't know.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Did they not fire my man Parnell with the kazoo in the house with the lady? Was that not true or not? So I don't know what you're talking about. We don't talk about him with the kazoo. He was blowing that kazoo like he was Miles Davis, man. So I don't know what you're talking about. Man. They thought he was Miles Davis when he was blowing that kazoo.
Hey, listen, I ain't about to disrespect.
He was smoking crack, man. He was smoking crack, man. Man, God be pleased with him, man.
Here we go.
Crack, man.
Hold on, and now we got to, hold on, and now we got to, now we got to take personal shots at Pernell because we all think that Pernell beat, except for BVO, we all think that Pernell beat Oscar. Now we got to take personal shots. This is what it comes down to. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's
fuck Howard and fuck all of them.
We're talking about his stepfather, so I expected that.
That's crazy.
There we go. There we go.
Hold on. Hey, D-Free, that's crazy. As my co-host, you shouldn't be saying it, but I'm gonna ask you this: Who was the better A side? Was it Floyd or was it Oscar? Who fought everybody? Oscar.
Oh, Floyd,
he fought everybody.
Floyd was the better A side.
How?
No, Oscar.
He brought in more money. That's how
he brought more money, but Oscar.
How many losses Oscar got?
Oscar didn't duck nobody though.
How many losses
that's
Oscar
one thing
got?
I can give Oscar.
Hold on, real quick. Oscar did, and when I'm not talking about losses, none of that. When he say who the better A side in this situation, I gotta say Oscar, and the reason I say it is because Oscar didn't duck no smoke, bro. He fought everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I can't say that. Man, Floyd didn't fight Winky. That's really he didn't duck Winky.
Winky was a middleweight. Why would he fight Winky?
Man, stop it, man. Stop it.
His weight class.
Stop it.
I think Winky said he would have came down. Winky
wasn't in his weight class.
Winky was a middleweight. Winky was a 5'11" middleweight. Why would Floyd fight him?
Floyd fought at 154 a couple times.
One time.
He fought there twice.
Hey, what he fought? Hey, what he fought Canelo at? What he fought Canelo at?
A catchweight.
All right, then why he didn't fight Winky at the same catchweight?
Because Winky was fighting at 160 at that point.
Oh no, hell no.
You talking about a middleweight against Bernard?
I think the only times that he didn't do a catchweight was when he fought Oscar and when he fought Cotto. Because when he fought Cotto, they fought at 54.
That's not true. 90% of his career there was no catchweight. Do you actually even before you speak?
What the fuck you say?
He did it.
Disrespect the brother. Don't disrespect the brother. Now don't.
What the fuck you say?
Weight was in 2 fights. Are you crazy?
No. I'm telling you, Floyd didn't duck nobody.
What?
He didn't duck nobody.
Can I ask you a question? How did B-Hop become? Hold on. Let me say this. How did B-Hop become undisputed champion? Who did he fight to become undisputed champion?
He won all 4 titles individually.
Was that Oscar? No, was that Oscar he fought to become undisputed? Yes, I think so.
Who?
No, he fought Trinidad.
He fought Trinidad to become undisputed.
I was about to say, yeah. He did.
I got a brain freeze. My fault.
My bad.
He got undisputed in the middleweight tournament. Oscar wasn't in it.
My bad.
And B-Hop would have fucked Oscar up too, though. But B-Hop would have fucked Oscar up too.
He did.
He did fuck Oscar.
He knocked Oscar out.
Stop trying to put all that fluff on Oscar's name. Oscar is not that damn good.
Stop it.
Oscar was a good fighter, but he wasn't.
Oscar can fight.
Fuck Howard and fuck all of them.
But he wasn't that great.
Look, Oscar can fight, but at the same time, BVO, man, you be putting sauce on these dudes undeservedly, man. You goddamn teriyaki. They get teriyaki, they get soy. Is it soy sauce, whatever you call it? They get the Worcestershire. They get it all from you, brother.
Subscribers is what he doing.
hey, Crown. Hey, Crown.
What's going on, PGA?
Crown. Hey, Crown.
Fighters, my friend.
Hey, Crown. Look, he said they loyal supporters, man. The black folks might not support me. That's what he said. I didn't say it.
He's trying to get all those Latino subscribers to come to his channel. I understand. I understand.
Hey, D-Free, Crown. Y'all both rock with me. Why y'all saying? Hey, and D-Free, that makes sense because
I'm gonna call you El Guapo. You El Wapo from now on.
El Wapo. El Wapo.
That's
Hey,
a fire ass name.
now, hey, you know what's so crazy? Every time I jump on, watch crime. Every time I jump on, get what I'm gonna say. What up, El Wapo? My brother El Wapo in the building. Hey, BBO gonna be like, man, y'all gotta stop this now. Y'all gotta stop this.
Yo, hold on. My fault. I meant. Hold on. The only time he did do a catch weight was against Canelo. Because
all I can say is this, man. And this is a real live video of my man Crown this morning.
Wake up, nigga. We gotta get this money.
We gonna do, man.
Floyd was one of the most ducked lightweights ever. When he was lightweight and junior lightweight, he was ducked.
I agree with that. But when he became money, you know what I'm saying? When he was Pretty Boy, I agree. He was ducked when he was Pretty Boy. When he became money, Floyd picked and chose his way through all type of shit, bro.
That was late in his fight, late in his career against bigger guys. He's supposed to do that.
No, hell, why? When did we start condoning picking and choosing? When Canelo do it, we on his head. Why we went on Floyd head?
We allowed Ray Leonard to do it. We allowed Bernard to do it. We allowed just about every after party made them mark.
I don't allow none of them niggas to do it. If they pick and choose, they wrong for it. But the whole thing is a lot of times Floyd was picking the guy. He would tell a guy, you beat him and then I'll fight you. Or he'll say, okay, get past that opponent, then we can fight. A lot of times those guys didn't get past those opponents.
And people forget. People forget he only fought for a while when he was only fighting like once a year. So it wasn't like he was fighting at his last couple years of fighting twice a year.
Yeah, he was only fighting like once a year.
Why would I fight more than once a year if I'm making $100 million a night? Make that make sense to me.
Fact.
Yeah, right.
It's about legacy. It's about legacy.
Yeah,
his
legacy was already cemented. His legacy was already cemented.
More world champions than anybody. The man
people forget by the time
world champions.
People
agree. I do agree with that.
Hey, I'm gonna say this, man. Nobody's gonna say this, but when it's all said and done, man, they're gonna remember the missteps that Floyd had, just like everybody remembers the missteps that Sugar Ray Leonard had. I mean, Floyd should have fought.
26 world champions he beat.
What missteps?
26.
Man, him not fighting Winky Wright. Him not fighting Winky Wright. He didn't fight Winky Wright. He didn't fight Paul Williams. There's a couple guys he didn't fight, man.
Stop.
Paul Williams was the same weight class as him.
You cannot get him on. You cannot get on him for not fighting Paul Williams. That fight was never promoted. That fight was never put in front of him. And Paul Williams even said that out of his own mouth.
Yeah, no, I can't say Paul. I can't say Paul Williams. I can't say Paul. I can't say Paul.
Let me say this. I seen Floyd was calling Oscar when he was at 135. What are y'all talking about? What are you talking about?
Oscar came up from 130. Oscar was a little guy too. Y'all forget that. Floyd started his career at 130. Oscar started his career at 130. You mixing stuff.
Ain't Oscar like a 5-time world champion?
But the thing is, hold on. But the thing is even when Floyd when he made that fight happen, Floyd made it happen, and the reason I say Floyd made it happen, Oscar picked everything. The nigga picked the ring size, the gloves. The nigga picked and got the lion's share. And got the lion's share. So I mean, shit.
At the time he was an A side. You gotta remember that.
I understand. No, I'm not disagreeing with that. All I'm saying is that.
Now, but he still gave Bud some shit. Oscar ain't give Floyd nothing.
And Floyd still took the fight. And I believe, hey, Crown, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe in that fight, Floyd ended up getting like 23% or some shit as far as the split went. So
it was like 27, I think. 20.
Okay. Yeah. So what are we talking about?
No, see what it shows is Floyd was willing to let everybody know, yeah, I'm the B side. But when I whoop your ass, I'm the A side now. That's what it shows.
You know what it is, man. Hey, and D-Free, you my brother, I love you, man. But you're saying the craziest stuff you can think of, bro. Because I'm telling you, if I put like this, it's just like I told you. If Tank fought the same people Tio fought, y'all be calling Tank a Hall of Famer, bro.
No, we won't.
It's just that simple.
No, we won't.
It's just that simple, bro.
No, we won't.
Tank gonna be a Hall of Famer regardless. So.
Right, Tank gonna be a Hall of Famer regardless.
Because of
Hall
what?
of Famer regardless.
What makes him a Hall of Famer over T.O. now?
Over T.O.?
Isn't T.O. a two-time lineal champion?
So what?
Oh, that's nothing?
That's nothing.
D-Free, can I ask you a question? D-Free, let me ask you a couple of questions. Did we not all grow up reading Ring magazine? Yes or no?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? I ain't grow up reading Ring. I'm only 27.
I didn't. I didn't.
I did. I grew. I read the shit out of Ring magazine.
I'm not even gonna lie. I did. I'm gonna tell you why I didn't.
I'm 32, and I'm
gonna tell you why
33, and I
I
can say that.
The reason why I didn't is because I was in boxing. I followed boxing. I didn't have to look at Ring magazine to find out what was going on. I knew what was going on. I was in it.
Right.
I mean, but basically what I'm saying is when I was growing up, I would take because that back then Roy Jones was the guy. I would take Roy Jones out of there. I would take Winky Wright out of there, and I hang him on my wall. So what I'm saying is you can never discount the Ring magazine belt because that was a Bible to some of us.
Man, you only saying that shit because Oscar owned that shit. Man, fuck Ring magazine.
He said that's his folder.
That shit. If Ring magazine was such a high and mighty motherfucking title to be held, and everybody that's the best should get it, Gary Russell should have been had that shit.
He didn't have it at 126. He didn't have it at 126.
He never had it. Never had it.
But he did lose to Lomachenko, man.
So what? He still had the belt for 6 years before he lost it to Masayo.
I thought it was 7.
No, it was 6. It was almost 7. He had, he had one more month to go, and it would have been 7. It would have been 7 years.
I'll tell you this. I didn't know that. I thought he was lineal champion though. Didn't you, Doug? I didn't know he won lineal champion at 126. So that's news to me. I thought he was lineal champion.
No, but if that was the case, fucking Errol Spence would be lineal right now instead of having to fight Bud Crawford to become lineal.
Well, they had it on the line against Manny Pacquiao, but he got his eye messed up or something. A detached retina.
So nobody, it's still nobody's lineal, but he just beat the person that beat Manny Pacquiao. So if it was on the line against Manny Pacquiao, Ugas just beat Manny Pacquiao. I mean, Ugas should have been linear, and then Errol Spence just beat the shit out of Ugas. So that means Errol Spence should be linear.
So
I thought he was linear.
So I'm gonna ask you this, Dub. So tomorrow you calling the fight for me and D-Free?
Yeah, you damn right. I'll be here to call the fight.
All right, so this.
Hey, look, hey, hold on, hey, real quick. I know D-Free, he might not know, but hey, D-Free, any pay-per-view fight. I done been over here. When it started? What fight it started? It started with the Plant Benavidez fight. No, it started with Plant Benavidez. That was the first one, and then I called the Ryan. So I called that fight over here. I called the Ryan fight, the Ryan Tank fight, and Devin Lomachenko fight. So absolutely, I will be here to call the fight. And once again, I always got to give credit where credit is due. My fight calling skills only come from KQKC. That's the best fight call in the game. And so I got to give respect and credit where credit is due. Respectfully, of course.
Yep.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give everybody the final word. It's your boy BVO Boxing. It's your boy D-Free. And you know what's funny, man? We got on here and we having a lot of fun, man. I gotta say that boy D-Free is the funniest dude I've ever been on YouTube with, bro.
Nah, D-Free be bugging. I don't even know how old he is.
Hey,
yesterday he had me.
Man, y'all crazy as hell. Man, D-Free, that's my dog. And hey, D-Free know what it is. Man, D-Free keep it a bean regardless. He keep it a bean. That's why I got love for him. I got love for my brother, man. I got love for him.
And you know,
I don't care. I'm right.
And you know, I'm gonna make a clip. I'm gonna make a clip about that D-Free where you said F Ring magazine, bro. I'm letting you know I'm making a clip.
No, you can make a clip. You can do a video. I do a personal interview for you. Fuck Ring magazine.
I think D-Free needs his own TV show because that would be comedy. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Hey, he got his own TV show right now. Hey, hey, Dub, you know what your boy D-Free said that was wild. I said we gonna be like Skip and Shannon. You know what D-Free gonna say? Well, I'm Shannon, you Skip.
Yeah, I'm Shannon, you Skip. You damn
facts.
Skip. You always shit.
You damn right. You damn. Hey, that's accurate.
Yeah, because he always shitting on the black fighters.
No. Hey, my brother. Hey. We already know what it is, man. And once again, I got love for BVO. But damn it, BVO, I ain't gonna hold you. You gotta be Skip in this situation. You gotta be. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go with the industry. You're gonna go with the industry the same way Skip going to. And D-Free, he gonna be on your head about it the same way. Look, you seen they had the fires, man. They had the kick. Look, hey, Shannon said, I can't even be here no more. I can't even say what the fuck I'm gonna say no more, goddamn it, because they so mad at what I'm talking about. That's gonna be D-Free soon. D-Free gonna be like, goddamn, every time I start some shit, BVO trying to snatch my chain. He telling me about Ohio. He got down. He got Beetlejuice. He got Beetlejuice out this bitch from Howard Stern. Howard Stern Beetlejuice.
Oh, he's snatching his chain. That's crazy.
Dub, give me your chain, man. You talking about? Hey,
oh
hey,
man.
I got it. When he talking crazy, I got.
Fuck Fred, fuck Howard, and fuck all of them.
What about Robin? She's hot, right?
Robin?
Yeah.
Who cares about that bitch?
Yeah.
hey, look. Hey, BVO talking. He talking like Beetlejuice. So look, he talking about Beetlejuice. He talking like Beetlejuice about me and my brother D-Free and Juan, man. That's what he talking about. Hey, fuck all y'all. Damn what y'all talking about. Matter of fact, hey, look, y'all see what he just said. Before I get y'all last words, and then he want to go in on our ass first. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen how it happened. Y'all seen
Fuck Fred, fuck Howard, and fuck all of them.
What about Robin? She's hot, right?
Robin?
Yeah.
Who cares about that bitch?
Hey, I'm gonna let y'all finish. Go ahead, Dub. I'm gonna start with Dub Juan and then D-Free. Get us out of here, bro.
Who cares about that bitch? All right. Hey, man. Hey, shout out to my family, man. Before I ain't been able to rock like I want to, but y'all brothers, man, when y'all rocking, I get a chance to jump on. Y'all always show me love, and I really appreciate it. And I will definitely be here tomorrow. I'm calling the fight on BVO/D-Free channel. I will be calling the fight, and the shit probably sound horrible. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the greatest fight caller, but at the end of the day, man, EJ finna break this man down, and he finna put hands on this man. If Bud can't hurt him, Bud gonna be in trouble. And if Ugas had free shots, then we gonna see. Hey, hopefully Bud hitting much harder, because if he ain't, his shit gonna get broke up too. And I think we're gonna be having a crawfish boil tomorrow. That's my opinion, but man, shout out to y'all, man. Much love to the family. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Juan, appreciate you. I think it's the first time I got to rock with you, my brother. Much love to you.
Thank you.
Much love to my brother D-Free, man. Much love to my brother BVO. And we'll do it again tomorrow, man. Salute to the Oh, and shout out to my brother A1 Hoop Zone, man. God damn it, I ain't been on in a minute, and A1 hit me up and just making sure a nigga straight, man. And that's what family do. That's what family do. And so, shout out to A1, shout out to Queen, man, shout out to G5, the whole TWT, man. Much love to everybody, man. Shout out to my brother Q as well. Q and Teach, everybody in the chat, Josh, man, much love, family. Much love. I appreciate y'all. Big Dog, my apologies, PGA Big Dog. Shout out to y'all, man. Much love, family. Much love. I appreciate you letting me rock tonight.
Hey, he said everything but free Larry Hoover.
Hey man, hey, free Larry Hoover, man. Hey, Larry Hoover might be able to get some. He might be able to get some straightening in Chicago. Free Larry Hoover, man. Free him, man. Free that man. Respectfully, of course. Respectfully. Shout out to y'all, man. Much love, family.
Salute,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, guys, man. Thank you. D-Free, of course. Nice meeting you finally. You know what I'm saying? Even though you be saying some wild shit, but I ain't even gonna say nothing about that. BVO, of course, you already know, man. A couple weeks ago, you hit me up talking about joining the chat. You know what I'm saying? That ever since then, we know we've been rocking with each other. So you know what I'm saying? Thank you, and thank you to the chat. Thank you to everybody. You guys have a good night now.
You too, my brother. All right, D-Free, get us out of here, man. Get us out of here, man.
Man, another great episode from BVO D-Free. We're gonna keep it coming. And we'll be back tomorrow. As you heard, Dub Right Side going to call the fight. So, I mean, y'all can get a couple of laughs. And hey, you never know. You might get some oohs and ahs. You might get surprised. But I got Errol Spence with the late round stoppage. I mean, it's a possibility he can go the distance. But I got Errol Spence with the late round stoppage. I just don't like how Bud looking right now. So that's all I got on the fight. But we'll be back tomorrow. I appreciate everybody coming through. Appreciate everybody showing the love. Just make sure y'all share, like, subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, hit that like button, and definitely show your love for my boy BVO. He new to the TWT family, but he doing his thing, and we gonna keep it going.
For sure, man. Hey, and I gotta tell y'all this, man. This is what we do it for. Like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna be back, and we go. Hey, I didn't realize my man Josh said I'm scared. Okay, I'm Skip Bayless. That's cool, man. I remember that, Josh. I remember you said that. All right, A1, salute to you too, man. We gone.
All right.